stuff going on in Saltmarsh. I guess the question is, after all the role play and whatnot that you guys got up to, what are you gonna do now?
I
thought we were going to go to the mines because that was if we can do that really quickly, and then once the weather chills out, we can take the salvage run.
Okay, sounds good. So, you agree to meet with your patron then regarding the salvage mission. Do you want to hear more about it before you agree to it, or are you just like 10,000, no questions asked, let's do it? Like, how do you want to handle that one?
Talk to him. Yeah, there's some other questions for him too.
Sure. Relatively drizzly kind of day. You make arrangements to speak with Prime Water regarding the mission. Cool. So Prime Water agrees to meet you essentially down at the docks where he is sort of making the rounds and investigating his ships. And this is be a public meeting, so it shouldn't be too shady. Yeah, so you guys kind of meet with him down at the docks. He seems pleased to see you. Do you guys fill him in on your mission for the lizard folk? If so, what do you leave out, if anything?
Mainly want to tell him that they are all right with an alliance, but they're dealing with their own problems at the moment, and he'll talk about those problems. And then the other tribe, possible dragon cultist connection, maybe. That's it, I think. Other than
so you don't mention Trident, Spooky Underwater Temple, any of that kind of stuff.
I don't think so.
Nah. Unless I'm like literally holding the trident, in which case, yeah, probably I'll. Unless it's already talking to him, like I don't know.
Sure, yeah. Like he'll kind of segue into it, and he'll say, it's a bit distracting, but I thought I'd mention your trident is communicating with me telepathically. Something about your weak and unable to fulfill your true potential, etc., etc., etc. You may want to get a handle on that.
Yeah. We're working on it.
Sure. So, the timing is pretty good. I was going to send a team out tomorrow or the next day. I'm sure you've gotten some of the details that I sent to you, but essentially, there was a ship a long time ago by, human standards. It set sail for Mazteca, the continent across the Great Sea, and it was loaded down with riches from the New World and en route to return to the Sword Coast, and it never did. It was lost in a mysterious fog bank. The ships escorting it lost track of it, never found it again. They spent several weeks looking for it before realizing any more time would cost them all their lives, so they came home empty-handed. The ship was carrying a substantial amount of wealth, as well as objects of interest from the New World. I myself was not involved in the original passage of the ship or its operation, but I know people who were, and my informants have made me aware that the ship has in fact been spotted. If we move quickly, we could probably get there in a couple of days by sea. Assuming the weather holds, you don't run into any problems, should be all right. I believe we're the only people that know about it, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be other interested parties that maybe see a derelict ship floating around and decide to investigate. So I would say that if you undertake this mission, you should be prepared to possibly deal with other ships, dare I say pirates, out on the open seas. Now, there is a lockbox and a statue that I need retrieved from the ship. The statue is small, perhaps the size of a loaf of bread. It will look like a horrific insect-like creature. It'll probably make you feel bad to look at it or to touch it. There'll also be a lockbox, like a real big, heavy-duty, strong box that's supposedly full of Maztecan gold. Now, I want to put it out there. This is a lot of money. It obviously is a lot of money, or I wouldn't be offering you 10,000 gold to retrieve it for me. I just want to say that sometimes when you have an opportunity to take that much gold and maybe keep it for yourself, the temptation can be very, very strong. But I want you to understand that that would be a very bad idea.
This music is so perfect for this.
Yes. I'm terrified.
So,
Very well.
very well then. Because I do anticipate a little bit of trouble, I will be sending an additional ship with you. And that ship will essentially, safety in numbers, keep anybody from hopefully engaging or bothering you while you're on this mission, and remind you what a terrible idea it would be to not return home with those two aforementioned items. Anything else you find on the derelict ship is yours to keep, of course, though if you'd like to run any of it past me, I would be, of course, very grateful, because information is our most valuable resource.
What size ship is it? Did he say?
Oh, he has not said, but that is a fantastic question. Hold on a minute and I will get the information for you. Let's see. It is a sloop named the Emperor of the Waves.
So, just a little question: would our ship be? I don't know. I guess we'd have to figure this out ourselves. But I was gonna say, would our ship be capable of towing that ship? Is that a thing? Because it's
He doesn't seem to have any interest in the ship, but you yourselves, you could try. Depends on what condition the ship is in. Sometimes a ship can be so derelict that if you start pulling it, you will literally pull it to pieces.
Yeah.
So that would be something you'd have to appraise when you get there. But yeah, a sloop could pull another sloop if needed.
I guess I'll have to take a look at it when we get there. Well,
But if you're interested in the job, I just need to know. Otherwise, I'll go to my second pick.
And when will you need to have the job done by?
as soon as possible, but I don't intend to set sail until the weather clears. So let's see.
Sure.
That would be the 2nd. That gives you guys a couple days, a day and change, tonight and tomorrow, to get your affairs in order.
Huh. Should we give him conditional maybe?
I
What?
think honestly we're probably better off just doing this than
Yeah.
anything else. Like preparing ourselves for this than the dwarven the mines or.
I thought
I mean, if we only have a day, like, do we really think we can clear the mines out in a day and not be like completely smoked? You know. Like,
Well, he's looking at several days of sailing. So
yeah.
if you could go hard and then have a couple days to rest up, I mean, what are the odds that something fucky happened to the ship? Am I right? Hey. It's just been drifting there for 2 years. Nothing bad.
I don't know. I would this is more Greg than Toothless. I would go hard on the mines and then come back to the ship, but if you guys want to
Yeah.
chill, that's totally fine too.
No,
That's what we're
yeah,
doing.
let's do that. Yeah.
yeah, and if worst comes to worst, we can potentially maybe leave the mine if we get close to time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So all this conversation, of course, is not in the middle of a conversation with your patron, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So he kind of raises bushy eyebrow and he says, so do we have an accord?
I go up and shake his hand.
All right then. Skull, right?
Yes.
All right. Good luck with that stick. He says, sort of dismissively of the trident.
Yeah.
And starts to head off. Does anybody have anything else they need to ask him? Because it seems like he's noticed somebody else that he needs to speak to and is headed down the docks towards them.
Were we curious about Sigma, guys? Or
Oh yeah. We should probably
Okay.
maybe just curious.
Okay, Pharaoh's time out. Let's see. I don't hear a horrible sound. Okay.
Sorry about that. That was my bad. The
We've all
wind
been
guard is
there.
not-
Yeah, you drop your headphones in the blender when you're making a smoothie. It happens. So, okay. So do you ask him to stop then as he's walking away?
Yeah.
No. Oh,
No?
I don't. Oh no! I didn't know if the
Yeah,
question was
yeah.
for the group.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
One second. Excuse me, Mr.
Sure.
Marmota.
Sure.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
About the old Sigma. Do you know what happened to her?
Oh man. And he runs a bulky hand through his thick mane of hair, sort of a wolfish grin on his face, and he says, "Oh, yeah, boy, that's just egg in our face, huh? Worked so hard to bring her in, and she just disappears en route to Waterdeep Prison. That's been
So,
happening a lot lately."
I'm just
Mm.
gonna, I just gotta, fine.
I mean, you heard
Yeah,
about the
same.
ship that went was sunk by they claim by a kraken on its way to Waterdeep Prison.
Mhm.
Sigma was traveling by land. The wagon carrying her and several other prisoners was ambushed along the road.
That's a real shame.
It is.
It's gonna be kind of rough to see her not do some justice, but
Was her body found?
No, it wasn't. That's a shame because she knew an awful lot about the trade routes to Lantam. I was very interested in maybe taking over those routes. So you could imagine my dismay that something would happen to her. So, maybe Timora will find a solution for us.
Yeah.
I suppose at this point, you'll want me to roll my deception check. Hold on.
It doesn't matter. We can only roll 10s. 3 10s.
I mean,
There's an aura of 10. Hey.
he sounds like he is on the level. Toothless. He definitely seems like he is withholding information.
That's just fine.
Seems completely believable.
Okay.
Yeah, Toothless, you don't feel that anything he said was a falsehood, but he definitely knows way more about what happened than he's saying.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, well, I say good day to you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you find out anything about what happened to our friends, Sigma Snake Eyes, please let me know. I'd love to speak with her again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. And he heads off down the docks towards someone that's kind of waving for his attention. All right. So, you guys want to check out the dwarves? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's see. So, you guys would go to speak with the dwarves. The dwarves, they maintain. Let me change the music out here because this music is completely inappropriate. So. All right. So you guys go to find the dwarves. The dwarves. You could tell that this is a mostly human town because they kind of get away with just describing this as the dwarves. Yeah. But Thogrum, you know that when people are referring to the dwarves, they are referring to the Copperlocks Mining Company, which is run by Manistrad Copperlocks, which you guys have not encountered yet. So you head to location 5 on your map, listening, of course, to rumors that the Copperlocks Mining Company is, in fact, looking for someone to deal with a spoopy haunted mine. You speak to some dwarves. Having Thogrum with you definitely greases the wheels here and speeds things up. Then eventually you are shown into a small but well-appointed and very clean office, sitting in a very big chair for her size, is Manistrad Copperlocks, who looks like this. So she's all of like 4 feet tall, almost 4 feet wide. Got a completely destroyed left side of her face that she tries to cover up with her hair and also an eye patch. Looks very strong, looks very tough, and the one remaining eye is crystal clear and very discerning. Thogrum, would you have met this person before? Or perhaps her parents?
I would, I guess, if living here for long enough, I mean, I would have run into her on the occasion, I would say. And, my great grandpappy, he was a miner, and, I would have had to said something to him at least once.
Yeah,
You
so
know.
you might explain to everybody heading over that the Copperlocks are dwarven nobles. They're mountain dwarves, or I guess gold dwarves, by Forgotten Realm standards. That Manistrad is very like hands-on with this particular branch of the family's business. She supervises, the mining operations. She tries to broker new deals whenever possible. All that good stuff. She really, puts in the work. This isn't a person who normally sits behind a desk letting other people do all the work. She is definitely a go-getter kind of deal. So, you also know that the headquarters are located inside a mansion that has been kind of repurposed to be a more industrial complex. So the servants' quarters have been converted into places where employees can sleep. The stables now house like goats and donkeys that are used for taking supplies to and from the mines. All that good stuff. During the day, the place is run by a team of dwarven clerks, and that's who kind of saw you guys in. And you have heard rumors that there is a vault hidden beneath the building. And this vault is used by the dwarves and essentially people who are in the know, and people who have the money to afford it. It basically, they will store people's goods in this vault for a fee. So it's like a private banking service. Yeah. So you sit across from her. She looks over at you guys and she says, "So, who am I? Who am I speaking with here? Who is this motley crew?"
In keeping with recent events, I mean, we don't really know. We don't really have an idea, a name, I should say. But I'll be happy to talk to you, Miss Copperlock.
I see. Okay then, Thogrum. My clerks tell me you're here because you heard rumors about the haunted mine that we've been some assistance with.
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah. It just so happens that me and my friends here we're pretty capable of dealing with such things, and we're always happy to help.
So you've got magic weapons then?
I'm gonna look around like, well, I mean, I partake of a few things that deal with some spirits
Because
and the
these
undead.
spooks, they don't really care too much about regular weapons. So it's been a big part of the problem.
Yeah, I bet. But maybe that's something we might need to take into
You
consideration.
don't have a problem with spiders, do you?
Well, spiders. You said.
Yeah.
Did you say spiders?
Yeah, ghost spiders.
Ghost spiders. Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me?
No,
Like,
no,
does
it's
it
ghost
get any worse
spiders.
than that? I mean,
It's pretty bad. Yeah, there's ghost spiders, and there's I guess, I don't know. By all accounts, I don't think they made it past the ghost spiders.
zombie spiders has got to be worse than that. I guess that's like the next worst thing, I would assume.
No, these ghost spiders, they sound pretty bad. They disappear and reappear in different places.
Like how-
Sometimes with their mandibles through your chest. We've lost a couple miners. So before we go any further, can you handle ghost spiders then?
How big are we talking? And I'm gonna kind of hold my arms out like as wide as they'll go. Like, are we talking about like spiders like this big? Or are we talking about spiders that are like this big, or like or this big? Like how big are we talking?
Oh, she kind of looks around the room, and she's like the size of 2 horses.
I don't know that we're equipped to deal with this, and I'm just gonna look around at everyone and see what everyone else thinks.
Ah, well, if that's the case, then I have nothing more to
Oh,
say
I
to
have no
you.
idea. I wanted to see
If she was messing with him?
no, if he was actually pissing his pants scared.
Oh.
But I don't know. Go with my assumption that it's true.
Well, I know spiders can really scare folks, so that's why I wanted to put it out front. I didn't want to mislead anyone.
Fulgrim, don't be silly. Don't you remember that one
Yeah.
time that you had spiders all in your beard and you didn't seem that scared?
You're right. You're right. I mean, they weren't ghost spiders, but they were and they were little spiders, Hilaria. They weren't big spiders. Like she's talking about 2 horses. Have you seen a horse spider before?
Spiders in your beard. She kind of scratches the little bit of stubble on her chin. She's like, "Oh, glad I don't have a beard. That sounds terrible."
I'm just gonna shudder a little bit and remember
Yeah.
like the spider.
I'm at least okay with a spider, but a ghost, that sounds creepy. Scary.
That's why it's haunted. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
You think you can? I suppose that's pretty good. Don't you work for that Gellin Prime Water?
With.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay. He ain't gonna be cross with me if you die in my mines, is he?
And why is that?
I mean, I guess.
Well,
If-
I'm just saying, if you're only kind of sure that you can handle it, that's the kind of talk that leads to folk never coming back.
Nah.
Under promise, over deliver. That's our motto.
I see. This is a mission of
Or was
discouragement.
it the? Oh, never mind. That's fine. That's what I said.
So, if I take you on, I'm gonna need you to sign some papers that basically say that you won't speak to anyone of what you might find in these here mines that you're going into.
Trade secrets, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and
Just
and
so,
why is that?
Your friend here with the talking trident speaks true.
God damn it.
Ugh, the trident. Just
Why?
gonna sigh.
Why do you not want us to talk about what we're gonna see?
Because it's no one else's business.
Ah,
That's how they make
Ah,
their livelihood.
I understand. I understand.
You might see some things down there that we don't need the competition knowing about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
after fucking ghost spiders, I don't really care about anything else. I have to say.
Excellent. Then let me discuss some pricing up front with you then. The mines. We're hoping to retain whatever's down there. It has value to my people. So if you can simply just get rid of the ghosts and just come back and guarantee that we won't be dealing with no more ghosts, I'm prepared to pay you 3,000 gold.
Okay.
Per person?
Absolutely not.
That's
No,
worth a shot.
That would be your little unnamed ragtag group of ghost hunters here. I'd pay out 3,000 gold, and you could brag about killing ghost spiders to anybody you want, but you just don't talk about what you've seen down there.
How big is this mine, if you don't mind me asking? Like,
We're not totally sure. Now it gets to the details. We were we were mining and discovered an existing mine several 100 years old, possibly more. It looks dwarven, and so we've definitely laid a claim to it. But we didn't make it too far in before the spiders started appearing.
Let's say we find other treasure while we're down there. Could we keep that?
I'd like to be able to take a look at whatever treasures you find in case there's something significant to my family lineage.
It is their mind, Toothless.
We don't want another situation like the dwarven anvil. And she kind of looks out the window towards the north, and her face sours.
No, that seems fine. Like we'll definitely like kind of show her what we find. I think.
So, how quickly is there a time frame you're looking for on this, or because it might take us a little while? You know.
The sooner the better. I haven't actually posted this ad formally, but I will.
I mean, because it really, the size of the mine, things happen. I got to sleep every once in a while, you know. I mean, and what happens if we get the old black lung down there? You know, me pappy got the black lung in the mine once, and it damn near killed him. But
I think you'd need to worry more about the ghost spider mandible in your lungs.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. Huh.
I think we still have the body of one of the men. What got killed? If you'd like to look at it.
Oh yeah, come and take a look at
Yeah,
it.
that sounds
It's a bit
good.
it's a bit ripe, but haven't put it for burial yet. They wanted to be sent back north and east, buried back in their homeland.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Do like a little.
So then, am I to understand you'll be taking the job?
I'm gonna look at everybody else, and as long as I get like nods or like thumbs up,
Yeah.
kind of like
Thumbs up from
Aye.
Harry.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it.
So she leads you down to the basement of the mansion, and you see that there's a small area that is kind of serving as like a cool cabinet, right? Like for storing stuff that you want to keep cool.
Mhm.
As she opens it up, there is a bit of a stink that comes out. And Thagrim, you think to yourself, like, general repose, people, it's not that fucking hard. You know, but yeah, there's a bit of a stink coming off of it. And she motions, and two of the dwarven clerks kind of sort of wheel out this table on wheels. Exquisite work, metal frame, metal wheels, sort of a stone slab on top. And there is a naked dwarf. It is a female dwarf. She's got a very thin bit of beard. Her body has been cleaned up a bit, but she is nude, and the wounds appear to be chest based.
How big are the holes?
Yeah, can I actually examine and like compare it to
Yeah, a knowledge nature
spiders?
and or a medicine would both provide you useful information here.
And do we need to be proficient in them, or no?
Ideally, I'm gonna take one roll for the team, I think.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
but what if you're gonna roll for the team? Go ahead and do advantage because you got at least two people proficient in nature. Okay.
Hey.
Definitely spider bites. Spiders are definitely large-sized creatures. The necrosis around the impact of the wound does speak to a venomous bite.
Perhaps we should stock up on some potions to cure some poison.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, anti-venom would not be a bad investment.
Yeah, does it look like necrotic, or does it look like poison? Like, would we be able to tell like what kind of poison exactly?
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, from what you could tell, it is venom, so it is delivered via the bite, and it does cause additional damage, and possibly paralysis.
Mm,
Does he only have the bite wounds, or is there any?
It seems that the damage delivered by this bite was sufficient to kill the victim in one hit.
that just sounds swell.
Yeah, I like the idea of getting some anti-venom potions and going exploring.
So, knowledge religion might tell you a little bit more about ghosts and ghost spiders. If anybody is proficient in religion and wants to make a check.
Nope.
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 I'm not.
All right. All right. Okay. Oh
Hey!
yeah, the bard's proficient in everything. Normally, undead deal like necrotic damage, radiant damage, psychic damage. You haven't really heard of any undead dealing poisonous damage or having venom. Venom is a very real like thing. So that is to say, like material, right? Ghosts are often immaterial, so that doesn't jive too well with you.
Mm. We got a real Scooby-Doo scenario here, huh?
So I don't think it could actually be poison.
Well, or these are not ghosts. They're
Or these are
just
not ghosts. Okay.
yeah, spiders that can disappear and reappear.
They may not actually be ghosts. I can't think of any undead creature that has corporeal poison.
Which Illyria and Toothless would definitely kind of key off, basic knowledge of monstrous spiders. It could be a phase spider, which is a spider
Oh.
that can shift back and forth between the prime material plane and the ethereal plane, therefore going through solid objects and all sorts of other nastiness.
Huh.
Well, you know, it could be a face spider, guys.
Oh. Yeah, have you guys heard about phase spiders? Those are weird.
Oh.
All right. And Copperlocks kind of scrunches up her face and she says, let's see. She says, well, now that you mention it, that would make a bit more sense than spooky ghosts. A ghost spider? Why would you have a ghost spider? I don't know. They said, those that came back alive at least, that the place had a real bad feeling. The people of Saltmarsh would call it like a hinky die feeling.
Hmm. Well,
But
I
if
mean,
it's just the spiders, my deal still stands. If you can promise me you've cleared it out, the money's still yours. But your job may have just gotten a significant amount easier.
yeah, I mean,
Somehow
it's
I
still
doubt that.
spiders. Let's not kid ourselves. Ugh. Fucking spiders. All right, well, I don't think I have anything else for you, Miss Copperpot or Copperlock, but which way to the old mine?
Yeah, so they will lead you to the mines. The mines are located a little ways outside of town. It is a couple hours
do we
outside of
wanna-
town to get to the mines.
Do we want to get some anti-venom first then?
Yeah. Just
I have
yeah,
one.
for sure.
I already
Can we
bought one.
also just quickly go to the ship and tell them to prep for the voyage we'll be taking?
I did
Skull
that.
already took care of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So anti-venom is 50 gold per dose. It should be in the compendium, the description of it.
Okay.
Antitoxin, I think they call it,
Antitoxin, yeah.
5th edition. Yeah.
So for the two of us that are resistant to poison,
We're not resistant to poison. Ogre miss.
Oh, is it acid?
We're acid.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 or 3 of them. I don't know what you guys think.
You guys have your
Yeah,
money. I gave it to you. If everyone has
Anybody that
500.
thinks they're gonna get bit through the chest by one of these bad boys,
I'll buy
I guess
one.
would.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
How difficult was it for Illyria to get a +1 weapon?
Since she wanted a crossbow, and crossbows in a seaside port town are a very popular weapon, it wasn't too difficult. If you were after something super exotic, it might be tricky. What are you trying to get a hold of?
Just like a warhammer.
Yeah. A warhammer, that'd probably run you about 550.
Okay. And then you no, never mind. Okay. Let me think about this a second.
All right. So people are purchasing their last minute stuff. Copperlock says that she will have somebody message her team down at the mines, and they will lead you to the discovered mine shaft so that you can take care of the problem. She seems extremely impressed that you guys are willing to do it right the fuck now. Like she's like, wow, yeah, that's initiative right there. She has no inkling that you are doing a rush job so that you can, be freed up in time for your other job. She is just super impressed that you guys are like, take us to the mine. We're ready right now. Let's do this. We got to pick up a couple supplies, and we're going to get rid of them ghost spiders. No problem.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'll take a warhammer +1. I'll buy one for 550.
Okay, so mark off 550. And of course, may your fortune be blessed by Joaquin in your future endeavors. Thank you for coming to the Quartermasters of Joaquin. Writ of sale, little brown bag with the holy symbol of Joaquin stamped on it, the whole deal. So Warhammer immediately falls through the brown bag because yeah.
I wouldn't be able to because I have a little reputation with them. I wouldn't be able to hey fellas. Get 10% off.
So she'll write ship a writ of sale, and then you should be good to go. All right. So,
Alright,
Right, real quick.
No discount for you.
Ring of Ring of Warmth. Who's getting it? I know we're going right now, but just to bookkeeping.
Buddy holds out the ring of warmth and looks at the party. No one wants it.
Toothless. You had asked the druids to take a look at Buddy, right, and tell you what they found out.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So they cast detect magic. They look at it. I think somebody cast commune. They told you it's just a doll.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Yeah, the druids said, it obviously has importance to you, and that's what's important. And you've invested enough importance into it that it could certainly function as a spell focus if you needed it to. Which is kind of cool.
That's really
But it in and of itself does not seem to bear any enchantment.
I will keep him safe.
Okay. All right. I will gather you guys up in a hero stack, take you over to the mines. We're bringing everybody. Well, probably not Oceanus, right? So he's taking a break.
Yeah, he needs to
some
leave.
orange juice,
Yeah, he needs to
get a
leave.
sandwich. Yeah.
Oceanus can stay at my house.
Oh wow. All right. He does. He definitely stays at your house. He doesn't smell your pillow or anything weird at all. So totally normal house guest stuff.
So that
Alright.
way he can have a comfortable rest.
Wow. All right. He won't have any parties. He won't go poking into your private stuff. It's gonna be great. He's just gonna relax the whole time. You don't have to worry about anything.
Don't trash my house.
Of course not. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
I don't have any alcohol in the house either.
Oh. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He may have to run out to the store. All right. They haven't invented Uber Eats yet. So, all right, here we go. Dwarven Mines. I guess I'll just drop you guys out front and we'll do this thing. Man. Efficiency. I like it. All right. And then I had some Muzak for this particular joint. Let's see. Mm-hmm. No. Oh, I know where it is. Okay. You gotta go grab this link real quick. Then we'll be good to go. Yeah, so you guys have any last minute pep talks for each other before you head into this potentially spooked out mine?
No, I mean,
Give the crew the whole thumbs up. We got this. It's like we
Did anyone attune to the weapon? I'm sorry.
Which weapon?
Surge.
Sergio. What's
Oh, Surge. Oh man.
I feel like that's
That's a good question. Did you try to attune to it during the downtime there, Skull, or did you decide not to?
do it.
Now that they're... Man. I would say no. That's probably why it's talking to everyone. I don't
You
know.
would not have had any information that I'd given
Yeah.
to Ferris.
Oh,
Okay.
I could hold on to it. It's no problem.
No. I mean, like the talk that I had with Oakham. I haven't.
Oh,
No.
All right. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So, Skull, I'm gonna put it in your journal, because once you attune to it, you found out everything that it could do. So under equipment should be a sheet for Surge.
Okay.
If you don't want to attune to it, don't feel pressured.
But if you don't, I have to very quickly remove it from your journal, so you
It's
don't
okay.
know all the sweet things it could do.
I haven't looked at it yet, so
Okay.
I'm a good
to
boy.
it.
As soon as you look at that card,
It's
like,
over.
It's like you put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Let it take you. I mean,
do it.
Or
You
hand
guys-
it over to
You guys are the
Ferris.
worst.
Right?
I was
That's what I'm
totally
doing.
ready to, but you said you did explain that to me, so goals.
Well, I mean, if you spent the day hanging out with this thing and not sure you wanted to attune with it, I'm assuming in the 40-minute walk or whatever that you guys did from the docks over to the mining company, maybe that information got dropped on you. I don't know. Like,
All right, I'll tell you.
but it's I just need to know. You gotta commit one way or the other.
That's okay. I haven't looked at it. It's fine. No,
Alright,
I don't want
move
to. I'm not
for-
attuning to it.
Okay.
I'm
As
gonna.
far
Can
as it
I,
goes.
can I just sell my other Warhammer with it?
Can you
Whatever,
what your
but-
Warhammer with it? Can you hit it with your Warhammer?
No, sell the original Warhammer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Hit it with the war.
Oh, can I do that with my original crossbow as well?
Yep. You have a guy with mending in the party who's also a forged cleric, so absolutely no issue selling things for half their listed value. Because because again, they have a store and they pay like merchant taxes and protection money and all this kind of stuff, blah 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 blah, which is why they mark the prices up. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, Surge will continue to look for a companion. It will keep
Aw.
swiping on its little Tinder app till it finds that special somebody. All right. In the meantime, it does function as a +1 greater trident, so it
Hey.
does do that. It just
Okay,
doesn't
yeah, that's
provide
what
any of its.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of. Just using it as in case there were actual ghosts.
I got you. All right.
As a so the greater trident says it a d6 +1. Is that additional +1 as a magic weapon?
That's an additional damage. That's not magical. That's just it does more damage than a regular trident. It's just a
But yeah,
greater trident.
that's greater trident.
Hurts
It's
more.
not a magic greater trident. Okay.
Yeah, but it's also a magic greater trident.
Okay. But no extra
so
bonuses.
I guess it would be a +2 total.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Cool.
Yeah, like the stats of the trident are the stats of the trident, and then you add a +1 to it.
Excellent.
So okay. All right. So you go to the mines. By this point, it's nighttime. It's raining outside. The dwarves say, their beards kind of matted down with rain. They've got like a little like rain slicker on kind of thing. He just kind of looks at everybody and he says, Thulgrim, is that you?
You know it is.
I had it under my own understanding that you were afraid of spiders. Is this is
Who
therapy
told
for
you?
you then?
Who told you that? The old Thogrim's not afraid to anything.
Oh, okay then. So if I hear some screaming coming from this old mine, I'll just assume it's the ghost and spooks what down there. I got you.
Yeah. You see this old warhammer I got right here? Yeah, it's because I'm putting it in its face.
All right then. And I won't be worried about you none at all. Please come. I'll show you where it is. We'll get out of this rain. So he leads you into one of the mining tunnels, and you walk for a ways. Finally, you come to some new tunnel that they're still kind of setting up the supports for and whatnot. And he says, so we were expanding the tunnel and broke through the wall here. And imagine our surprise, there's already tracks laid down. Turns out there's a pre-existing mine, what we didn't know about. So there you have it. And I had my suspicions. The digging was a bit easier in this section of the mines. It makes me think that it was all caved in. Not sure why. Time, I suppose. But yeah, it didn't go too well. Headed in, first thing we saw was some bones. While someone was poking down to check out the bones, Moira, I think it was, just bam, spider appeared, and she was dead. We fought it off, but eventually we realized there was nothing for it, so we took her body and we hauled it out of there. Haven't been back since. So, on that happy note, good luck in there.
Oh, that sounds great.
Just a moment then, and he kind of approaches, and you see him untrace a rune on the ground, and he says, alarm spell, just in case one of them nasties decided to leave. I don't know what good it would do against ghost spiders, but it is what it is.
Yeah, understandable.
Maybe she come down with us. More the merrier, you know?
No thanks. All right, I'm gonna gather up some guards, and that way, if you do stir things up down there, we perhaps can at least mount some kind of final defense against anything that tries to get out.
I think we'll stir some things up. Just
Okay then.
guessing.
Well, follow these old tracks for a bit. You'll see some roots that have kind of broken through. That's how you know you're about to enter the ancient complex proper. All right. Best of luck to you then.
When like nobody's looking, like Thogram's gonna kind of like say a little prayer to Gond, like, "Oh, I fucking hate spiders." Oh.
One quick question.
Mhm.
Was there anything that anyone could tell that Moira had done to trigger the attack? Had she spoken or moved into a particular area, or?
Dwarf kind of screws up his face, and then he's just like, I think the worst thing that she did was go in there.
All right, thanks.
Certainly.
Toothless will poke his head through.
Yeah.
Darn
So
it.
you see a tunnel. It goes on for a ways. Probably to the edge of dark vision, and then right at the edge, you see the long, sinuous fingers almost of roots that have broken through the ceiling.
He'll keep going.
I
Still.
nudge whoever else bought the antitoxin and say, "I think when we reach the roots, I'm gonna take my antitoxin."
Mhm.
Sounds like
Since they seem to pop into existence,
That's a good idea.
no regard for manners.
Thargum's just gonna kind of walk in, like dragging his warhammer behind him, like sighing, like, ugh.
Alrighty.
Too depressed. Don't.
Yeah, I'm not super excited about this. I will go forward with sad Thogrum.
Is there like... Never mind.
What?
I think there's like a guy humming in the music and it creeped me out. I thought it was a ghost.
No, it's creeping me out too. Weird things are happening. I don't like it.
All right. So you guys are.
oh my god,
Stop
Here.
it.
holy
If you-
shit.
If you can see the whole map, please refresh your browser. Blah 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 blah. There is no ambient lighting, so if you do not have dark vision, you will need light, or someone will need to provide it for you because it is very dark.
Who needs dark
Light
vision?
switches.
Okay, can I have dark vision, please, Toothless?
Yeah. Who else needs it? Anyone else?
Nope.
The-
Don't.
Crash
That
is like
sound
the world's saddest bloodhound in there somewhere. What's
No, it's horrible. I think it's Crash doing it. I think. I don't know for sure. But Skull, you can definitely have dark vision. So I just cast a spell. So Skull, if you can see and or stop that sound, all the better.
Not me.
All right.
When we get down there,
God.
can I start looking for any signs of the spider?
Absolutely. Let me hop into the Illyria Mini and see what you can see.
And for what it's worth, Crash, I can't see beyond my miniature either right now.
Let me check. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you have dark vision through what?
Lizard folk, I think.
That would be a big no.
No.
What other reason would you see in the dark?
If I don't have it through Lizard folk, I'll cast it on myself then.
Alrighty. So use the slot to cast dark vision, and now you have dark
Yep.
vision.
Thanks.
Do you still want to
Okay.
cast it on me, or should I just use a torch?
I do. No, you're good. Yeah, I cast it on you as well. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so let me describe the scene to you a little bit. There are support beams, ancient, almost petrified. The wood is so old. There are vines kind of roots that are grasping almost from the ceiling. There is a ledge here that goes up about 20 feet, and you do see that there is a very narrow, looks like crawl space up there. And when I say crawl space, I am referring to like super scary. You would be on your belly, crawling crawl space, but you could go up that way if you would like.
The sound is
I can hop up there and take a
terrifying.
look if you want.
Can I come up with you, Tari?
All right. So go ahead, if you're going to climb this this wall, go ahead and give me an athletics check to climb on up.
Oh, where is that? Alright.
Do I see any signs of creepy crawlers?
Currently, from where you're at, Illyria, you do not see any spider webs or cocoons or anything that would indicate that there are actually spiders. You're pretty sure you see some bones strewn across the rail track up ahead. And you do see some, looks like discarded supply crates up here on the left.
So I've taken my antitoxin and I'm trying to
All
move
right.
as quietly as I can.
Tari and Toothless, you guys managed to climb up this wall, like wall climb style. Now that you are up there, you are going to be squeezing. So half speed, all attacks are at disadvantage. All attacks against you are at advantage. Because you are basically like belly crawling through this super narrow space. There are more of these roots kind of breaking through and grasping about. It looks like you could shimmy further in if you were so inclined.
Do you want to be in front?
Where are you guys going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we should split.
It's, it's less than 2 minutes. You already split the party.
Let's split up.
I would like to because
Sorry, I thought that I had made it clear to everyone that I could check it out and see where it led. And
oh
come back
okay,
and report.
all right.
While they're doing that, may I please cast locate animals or plants?
Sure.
And I want to open my journal and draw a phase spider in it.
Okay. I will let you
Yeah.
know before you spend the slots that
Well,
a
it's
phase spider is a monstrosity.
Oh,
It is
Okay,
too
okay.
too magical and unnatural to qualify as a beast.
okay.
I'll at least creep forward a little bit and take a look.
Okay. All right. As you shimmy forward on your belly, it gets harder and harder to proceed as those roots are kind of like in abundance here. But you do see, Toothless, up ahead. There is sort of a dip to the left. Kind of opens up a bit more.
When I dip, you dip, you dip. I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
Don't want to split the party too much.
Go ahead and give me an acrobatic check real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, as you go to turn around, you find that you are stuck.
I'll pull.
Do you want me to move back a little bit?
You're kind of tangled in the the mini, tangled, and as you go to turn, you're kind of snagged, and there's like the pressing stone up above, kind of like pushing down on you, and like you're having trouble kind of turning around or even backing up.
That's like,
Tari, you kind of sense that he's struggling over there.
it's kind of scary to
Toothless,
see
you
that could ever happen.
realize, you kind of realize that if you were not, able to do all kinds of cool druid magic shit, and you were alone, you would probably die here, because you kind of stuck.
That's some of the
But
scary.
you do have all those things, so nothing to be worried about.
Yeah, I try to pull him out.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of shimmy on forward.
Yeah.
All right. So you give me an athletics check. Toothless, you can do one more acrobatics check as she tries to help you pull yourself free.
Oh, tell me what's
Oof.
wrong.
Yeah, Tari, you start pulling him, but all that's happening is you kind of pull him about 5 feet, and he is just wedged in there now. With like the stone ceiling kind of comes down at a weird angle. The roots are there. It's almost worse than it was before as you start pulling him back through.
Are you two having a little bit of trouble?
You could keep
I'm
pulling him,
gonna-
Tari, but you're gonna hurt if you keep pulling him.
I'm gonna whistle a slightly panicked tune, only slightly panicked,
Okay.
and give him bardic inspiration.
Oof, okay. You've had two failures so far, so if you try again, it is going to be at
I see.
disadvantage here.
Okay.
All right, you gonna try again, Toothless, or
I will
With an acrobatics check.
yeah?
take out my dagger and hold it to the roots and see if anything happens.
Okay. They don't seem to respond to the. I mean, they were described as grasping, but they're not moving at a speed that you could see.
The
they're
roots.
they're
This
plants.
is gonna turn into like a CR like 0.25 spider, I think.
Okay. And then you have plenty of room. It's the biggest cavern in the whole world.
Yeah. It's time to
Okay.
go.
The roots
Alright.
also pull out a knife and point it at you.
So, Tari, I gotta ask
My
you
dagger
for
away, yeah.
an acrobatics check to get out of there now.
All right. Acrobatics, you say?
Yep. Okay, yeah, no problem. You pivot around, and then you can start heading back the way you came. And little spider, Toothless, do you want to stay spider for a while? Because I could throw out a spider for you.
Yeah, a little spider for a while, for sure.
Okay.
That sounds good. Thank you, Crash.
Mm-hmm. Might as well get mileage out of it.
Yeah.
I think I have to grab Reggie Spider from the monster manual real quick.
I mean, like Buddy with spider legs would also work. It'd be
That
cool.
sounds
It'd be really
terrifying.
cool.
Could
I
be
think
like
I saw
the
him in the
spider
first Toy Story
monstrosities and
movie.
so-
I think the Toy Story 1.
All right, here we go. Regular spider, which is basically Australian huntsman by D&D standards, because it's a terrifying world. All right. Thogrum has every right to feel how he feels.
That noise is actually like Thogrum.
I'm terrified.
There we go. There's Toothless. Let me shrink him down a little bit. Meow. All right.
Oh,
And I'll increase your dark vision to 60 because you still gain the benefits of it in your new form. There you go. All right, Thogrum, you see the phase spider come crawling out of the ceiling. It is hideous.
Oh, he's so cute.
Illyria, put your notebook down. This is not the time. After we kill it, you can fucking study it.
That doesn't look like a fucking horse.
Not yet. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh yeah, you hear those legendary actions fill up as the spider appears. Fantastic. All right. So they did discover a passage, and the passage does lead to a larger passage where you wouldn't be squeezing, but it is a crawl. Looks about like 50 feet of belly crawling to get to. Or you could just go in the normal way.
Yeah, I
mean-
don't think I could fit through there.
Can baby
Spicy,
spider?
definitely.
Yeah, if you
Go
want to go off on
through.
your own with your 1 HP and your bad self, yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
We'll come back to.
Baby
All right.
spider will.
So you scurry back to where you were, and you
But
do see
I'll wait for people to do
Yeah.
other things. Yeah.
that
yeah.
it does open up a bit, and there are 2, possibly 3 passages you could take once you get to that point. So that being said, while he's off doing that, what are you guys doing?
Just go forward, I guess.
We wouldn't wait for him to return.
Oh yeah, so we'll all wait to see what he reports back with. Is that the plan?
Okay. Spider, do you continue or do you report back? Okay. You kind of scurry down. There's a bit of a drop there. There's another drop. You see that there's continual natural steps that kind of go towards the north. There is a passage here that goes to the east. I have it blocked for dynamic lighting, but you can try to wiggle through it if you wanted to see what is on the other side. And there is a ladder that leads down 20 feet to a large open chamber.
I hope everything works out well, everyone.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
so
I'm
you
gonna
plan-
start moving forward. I want to
Alright.
kind of hold out.
We're gonna pause it there then.
Excuse me.
So the rest of the group can do stuff. All right, what is the rest of the group up to?
Yes, I'll start walking forward. I want to kind of hold Surge out because it's fairly long. I want to kind of like sweep in
Okay.
front of me as I walk forward. And
Sure.
if I feel any resistance, I'll stop. I guess I'll go as far as where I see the bones.
Okay.
Oh, are these phase spiders magic?
Definitely.
Do I see like an infestation of like spiders throughout this like?
I mean,
Do you like somehow like look around and the world turns into like the Matrix and like you see like spiders through walls and stuff like that? Or
Well, I guess detect magic, I guess, but
right, detect magic works on stuff that you can see or through certain amounts of material. So, assuming that those material needs are met, I will definitely let you know. But currently, you don't see any signs of these spiders. All right, so you guys wait. Toothless is gone. Skull is heading off into the darkness. Skull, there are crates to the north. There's a passage to the north. You see ceiling supports sort of holding in place. It opens up into a much larger chamber up there. And you do see that there are, in fact, bones over here on the tracks that kind of diverge in two different directions.
search the crates. Is there anything in there?
Yeah. The top one seems to have already been looted, but the other two could be busted open if you wanted to check what's inside.
Sure.
Okay. So you can take out your crowbar and start busting them
out my-
open.
Right.
Okay.
So,
They seem to have mining supplies. So mining picks, shovels, sifters, things like that.
Take out
There's a couple of
pickaxe.
canisters of oil, I guess for, minecart wheels and whatnot. You guys do see a minecart up ahead to the north. It is loaded down with ore, and you see minecarts over to the east as well.
take, I guess, those oil flasks and a pickaxe.
Okay. Illyria and Spencer, what are you guys doing?
I think I would kind of hang back and just keep an eye on the group moving forward and kind of wait for Tari and Toothless to come back.
Tari, what's the plan? Toothless is forged on ahead in tiny spider form, and kind of glancing down from the ledge, you see that 3 of the party are heading into the mine now. What do you want to do?
I will, for the time being, I guess, ready a crossbow bolt, and keep an eye on the party members and cast the occasional glance back along the tunnel, waiting for Toothless. I'll be like close to the edge, so that
So, sounds good.
I can see.
Skull, Thogrum, Pharos, and Toothless, you guys all see that something deeper in is emitting its own eerie green light.
I mean, that's not creepy at all, is it? I mean, I feel like there's lots of things that.
It seems very safe. What's the worst that could happen?
Maybe you should push the minecart down.
All right, Spider Toothless, you gonna make any more progress, or what's the plan? Or back to you for a second.
Spider Toothless can't see anyone in his party.
Hmm.
But he does see that kind of light. He's gonna, I guess, move out to here.
Okay. From there, you see that there is a minecart, there are some mine tracks, there's a collapsed bridge, and there's a swirling vortex of green energy.
He'll end his turn there, I think.
Sure. Okay. Back to you guys, Skull, Thogrum, and Pharos. What's the plan?
Fellas, do you see that up there?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure it's nothing, but
You should go check
it looks pretty fucking creepy.
You want to check that out first or go north?
I'm gonna kind of poke my head into this little northern area, and then I'm gonna take like the dodge action, kind of like hold my shield up, and kind
Okay.
of like slowly creep into this area and like kind of like look around.
All right.
Follow him.
Looking into looking into the minecart, it is full of copper ore.
How much? Like, can it be used to us, or is it like so like unrefined that we have to have like a smelter and our own?
Yeah, it is raw copper ore.
Hey, you could use that, right? Motioning the Thogrum.
So we can't really like it's kind of hands off. They kind of own the mine, so
It's copper locks.
So, if I could get everybody to roll me an initiative real
Oh,
quick.
really?
Yeah.
Tiny Toothless.
All right. Cool. Thogrum, all of the hair on your neck and your arms just kind of stands up on edge. You feel like something really bad is about to happen. You look to the north and the northwest, and you see web sacks? Question mark. You also see a raised platform over here with more crates and boxes and lots of webbing. To the east, you see that there are 2 of those sort of crawl spaces up by the ceiling as well. With-
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, with your passive perception of 16, you know that you are being hunted.
I'm gonna take the dodge action,
Okay.
and then is this terrain like what's the word?
Difficult?
Yeah, that's the word.
No, none of the terrain is difficult right now.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25. And I'm going to kind of like check this out and kind of like motion over.
All right. On the ceiling above your heads, Skull and Pharos, a bluish white spider appears.
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
And as it does, it takes a bite at Pharos's head. Pharos, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception, and it's not terribly good
Okay, yeah, it has advantage on the attack. Here we go. 17.
Yeah, I think it's
All right,
Oh
so
my
go ahead and give
God.
me a Constitution saving throw to see if you can have the 17 poison damage.
Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
My sheet's being really slow.
All right, well that's going on. Spider, Toothless, you're up.
So what can Toothless see? I guess. Not much, right?
I mean, you can see what the miniatures is.
Yeah.
As far as like anything new or interesting, you don't see anything new or different. You do see that these lights kind of swirl about down in the rift.
What would Spider Toothless hear? I guess is probably the better question.
I would say echoing and reverberating through the mine. You probably would hear a vorp and then a loud scree. As the creature lets out a horrible chitinous sort of sound. And then whatever sound Pharos makes. Pharos, what sound would you make as the spider bites you on the head?
Oh,
Say
yeah.
a very like incredulous like scream like "Rah!" Stay off
There you
of
go.
me.
So that's what you hear.
From the north or from the west?
Yes, from the north.
All right. Little tiny Toothless is gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25-ish. Still doesn't see anyone. Little Spider Toothless will do. Man, nothing else. He'll dash. He's worried about his friends.
Okay.
That's about as far as he can move. He'll end his turn there. Crash.
All right, sounds good. Oof. Okay. That brings us to Illyria.
Okay. I will. Oh, go ahead.
I just had readied a crossbow bolt, so
Oh, okay. So
Can I
like
fire
kind of
that?
yeah, laying down up there on the wall, you're gonna take the crossbow bolt shot?
yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Real quick. All right, in 11, you take a shot against the creature, but 11 does not hit.
Okay.
And Crash, how big is the ceiling down here, by the way?
Where you are, or just where the spider is? Like, what's the?
Yeah, just planning.
Yeah,
planning
it's
ahead.
about 15 feet high.
Okay, cool. I'm good. Thanks.
Yep. All right, Illyria, go ahead.
All right. I will hold out my hand, and a little water droplet will drop into it, and I'll
Mhm.
throw it at the spider, and a little cloud will appear above its head that starts raining,
Okay.
and cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Oh, okay.
And I'll take out my crossbow, give it a little kiss, and say, "Come on, darling, let's do work."
Mm-hmm.
And take a shot at it.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Nice.
All right, the spider lets out a scream of pain and panic as it kind of scuttles around on the ceiling to see who has shot it.
Hello.
All right,
And then
you have
I'll
a second shot.
drop another bolt into it and take another shot.
Yeah, 23. It is bloodied.
And I will remain there.
Okay. Spencer is up.
Okay, Spencer is going to run up. 20. And he'll actually do a charge, which is if the beast moves at least 20 feet straight toward a target and then hits it with a maul attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 1d6 slashing damage.
All right, so I'm assuming he's gonna run, bound off of this box, and then jump up to get it, because like he's low to the ground. It's up on the ceiling, but I mean it's
Okay.
totally possible. But I just need to kind of
Yeah, he'll jump
okay.
off the box, kick off of it, and then.
All right, make the attack.
I was wondering, does he not have tactics anymore, or does he?
If he switched over to the new stat block, he would just have whatever the new stat block is. So I think he would lose pack tactics in the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Spencer.
All right. Yeah. So as he leaps and he makes this like incredible like dive through the air, the creature just sort of presses itself flat against the ceiling. His chomping teeth come close, and then he sort of lands in between Skull and Pharos, and kind of rolls around on the ground before he gets back up on his feet.
Okay.
All right, Pharos, you're up.
All right. So how high is this thing above me? So it's on the ceiling.
It is easily within reach of you, because you are within reach of it when it kind of extends out on its legs.
Right. Yeah. So in a like panicked like scream, I'll like
Mhm.
swing my like halberd at it a couple times.
All right. 16 hits. But the one does not. I'm assuming the second attack didn't hit because you killed it with the first one, and it fell on top of you and Skull.
Oh no.
I'll keep like I'll give like an unceremonious like stomp, like a
Yeah.
curb stomp, kind of like.
It's okay, man. It surprised you. It's okay.
It's not okay. Thing almost killed me.
All right, that brings us to Skull. Unless you'd like to take a move, Pharos.
I'll move towards Stagra and be like, "What is that thing? What is that?"
It looks like a egg sac or something that is webbed up.
It seems just burned. That's the turn.
I'll just go over here and take up like a flanking position behind Thogrim, and I'll take the dodge action. That's my turn.
Okay. Tari, you're up.
I don't see any other threat. Correct?
Currently, no.
I will hold a vicious mockery.
Okay.
For the next thing that I see attacking my friends.
Fair enough.
And I will cast about for a tiny spider that may or may not have doll eyes coming out of its regular eyes.
Yeah, horrifying.
Yeah, and they'll say, "Fucking sweet shot, Illyria."
Thank you.
All right. You don't have to wait too long. There is a vorping sound, and appearing right behind Illyria is another one of the spiders. You let loose your insulting words to it.
I do.
And it has to make a wisdom
I guess you
saving
must
throw.
not have seen what she did to your friend.
Oh.
Idiot.
It is too intense on its kill. Illyria, passive perception 16 or higher, or
15.
15. All right, it has advantage on this attack. Here we go.
She wouldn't have heard me saying my.
Oh, for sure, but it's all kind of happening all at once, kind of thing. All right, so you hear her call out. You turn, and as you do, the spider just plunges those fangs right into your sternum area. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save to see if you can have the poison damage.
And it's with advantage from the antitoxin?
If you have the antitoxin, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So you definitely make the save.
16.
The poison was 12, so you would have it. And does the antitoxin also have poison, or just give you advantage to saves? Let's see. Advantage on saves. Okay, so yeah, you have it, so you don't take 12, you only take 6.
Okay.
All right. And the creature will just sort of stay right where it is. It's pretty happy with that situation. Thagrum, the other shoe drops. There is a vorping sound, and appearing behind you, you see another one of the spiders. This one does not have advantage. In fact, it has disadvantage because you were aware of it appearing, and you have dodge action.
Holy shit!
So a 7 kind of just clanks off of your shield and your armor. Top of the round, Thagrum.
I'm gonna fucking crush you, mate. And I'm gonna attack it.
Okay. Yeah, that would be a hit.
And bonus action, Searing Smite. Because I can use. Do I have to use that beforehand, or can I use it in conjunction with the hit?
I believe it's before the attack roll. Paladins are the guys that can drop it after the fact.
Next time you hit.
but-
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's
yeah.
fine. No worries. But it's a crit anyway.
Okay.
Fuck him and his spider.
Nice. 22 points of damage. He is bloodied. Or 22 points of damage. Nice. All right, you kind of cave in, like half of his head, 3 of the eyeballs just kind of like rupture from the blow. Yeah, the creature definitely got way more than it bargained for there. Anything else from Thagrum?
No, I think I'm not gonna bonus action or anything.
All right. Littlest spider. What are you gonna do?
Little spider. So this is alive, right? Sorry. Who's currently alive? That guy?
Everybody that doesn't have a big red X on it.
Is there a spider? Let me make sure. Who are the spiders who are currently alive? Crash.
The ones
There's
that
one.
don't have red X's on them.
So only this one?
That's what your miniature could see, I think.
Okay. I think baby spider is gonna rush forward on a dash action and
Okay.
chill there and not do anything else right now.
All right. Illyria, you're up.
Okay, I'll move my little rain cloud to the shot spider
Okay.
over here. And take 2 shots at for this evil thing.
14 hits.
Alright. Touches mark. And then reload and take another shot.
Yeah, there you go. It is bloodied.
Alright, and I'll just remain there while whistling for Spencer to come over.
All right, Spencer, you hear the call.
And he's going to charge.
All right. You
Again?
come rushing forward. Anime lines kind of going past you as you run super duper fast.
Yeah. Jump up and try and hit the spider.
That is a hit.
And then a extra 1d6.
And there's, with a crunching sound, he bites it hard enough that you see its legs start twitching. It is dead.
Good boy, Spencer.
I can assure you, Spencer's not going anywhere.
All right, Ferris, you're up.
I'll move up here Yeah, just hit the spider a couple times.
Oof, 9 does not hit. 12 does not hit.
No. I guess
You still have your
back-
bonus action if you want to use the butt end of the weapon. 20 does hit. Takes 7 points of damage.
I guess that's it for Pharaoh's. That's right.
Okay. Skull, you're up.
I'll leap to action. I'll come over here and I'll stab it.
Okay.
They trident.
Yeah, 18 is a hit, and with the damage it has already taken, that will finish it.
Nice.
Nice.
As you stab it with, this is Surge, the trident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The trident lights up briefly with a sort of aquamarine kind of glow. You see the body of the spider start to swell like a water balloon that is being overfilled. There is a horrible screaming sound that comes out of the spider as it tries to figure out what is happening to it, and then it explodes. Its cells oversaturated with water. Its entire body ruptures into fluid.
Oh god.
Okay.
You
wait,
hear a voice in your mind.
Could have been worse.
You've been waiting for that one, huh?
Yeah.
That is 1st of December.
Okay.
Alright.
Movement. That's basically it. Okay.
All right. So as that kind of winds down, that would actually be currently the threats in the area. So time kind of speeds back up.
So these egg sacs, you know,
Yeah.
I should burn them.
I wanted to walk up and take a look at this thing. Does it look like person-sized or anything?
Yeah, I mean they look roughly large enough to have a person inside or a dwarf.
Yeah. And I'll drop out as well to help.
Okay, back to your normal form.
Yeah, I think so.
Can I start like pulling at it to see if there's anything inside? Like, open?
Yeah.
If I see
Um,
Toothless
oh.
reappear, I'll ask Toothless and Illyria, shall we catch up with others then?
Yeah, let's let the Tari and Illyria and Spencer kind of catch up with everybody.
Yeah, can I actually feed Spencer the other antitoxin that I have? As
Yeah,
well?
sure.
He swallows the whole vial. You're like, no.
No, no, I definitely would not do that.
Takes it like a child, like giving vitamins. It's like, ah,
So you take a fish and you squeeze it till its mouth opens, and then you pour the
Yeah.
venom in the fish, and then you feed them the fish. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do the thing
Yes.
where he like licks his lips and like licks his lips and licks his lips. Like
Oh.
he
So
can't
where
get
you
it
see
off his
these
mouth.
pink arrows are actually very narrow crawl spaces that you guys could use.
yeah, I don't plan on getting in any of those. Nope.
Okay. So you start tearing away at the webbing. It is very if you have a knife or a blade, it would probably assist with the process.
Well, fresh out the
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys start cutting it open then?
Sure.
All right. Inside this sack, you find 3 tiny reptilian or draconic looking skeletons.
That's like
They are, I mean, I'll be honest, kind of adorable.
I'll take one.
The skeleton?
They're just
Yeah.
skeleton.
You're taking the skeleton.
Well, I mean, if they were animated undead, they would look like that. That's a very small picture, but
No, Toothless will take one.
And seeing what they're doing, Skull will go over to this one. Not going to use Surge to cut it open.
Here's a better example. If they were animated undead, they'd look like that.
Oh, can I take one for sure? I really want one right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's D&D. Do whatever the hell, like as long as it's So,
All right, grab it, run away.
all right. The running away part definitely adds the creepiness that I was waiting for. So yeah, you open it up and it spills out 3 of these very mummified, well, now 2 because one of them has been snatched and dragged away. Kobold skeletons. Pharaohs, I think you would identify them as kobolds pretty easily. Yeah.
I feel like we can be like a good family unit for these people. We can like teach them good things.
Excuse me?
No, we now is our time to be a good family for these kobolds.
Are kobolds native to here? And they look pretty dead.
I don't.
All right, you
Not a
tear open
fan
this sack
of-
also.
Yeah, but not with Surge, just in case it blows up.
All right. You guys familiar with? Well, I guess you are familiar with moles. He says his feelings still hurt from the mole comment. Yeah, it is a medium-sized creature. It is a mole type skeleton. It's in there.
Okay.
I
A
don't
mole,
have a
like a-
skeletal. I don't have a skeletal mole miniature. I'm sorry. I'm just the
okay.
fucking worst.
Just a large animal.
The best mole I have is that eel, I guess. So let's put him out. So there he is. Okay.
Does anyone know? Would anyone know if like kobolds are like native to this area or?
I don't.
That might be a Thogrum question. Thogrum, would you like to use stone cunning?
To know if. Sure.
It's pretty easy. You just say some shit like, "Well, I'm in a mine. It's made of rocks. There's stone everywhere. I'm in stone cunning," and then I'm like, whatever. So go ahead and give me a history check.
I mean, I'm
Kobolds-
proficient in history.
Kobolds like
Yeah.
mines, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So kobolds live just about everywhere, and they definitely like living underground because they hate the sun.
Yeah, so in case you didn't know, kobolds, it turns out, they live pretty much everywhere and they don't really like the sun. So mine's are pretty perfect, Me grandpappy, who used to be a miner, it turns out, he probably killed tons of them.
Killed them. Well, you should keep
You
them
also
alive,
know,
but-
Thogrum, that the planet Toril is roughly the size of Jupiter, and the reason that it has Earth-like gravity is because the entire planet is hollow, like a giant pinata, or I guess a spherical anthill. Toril boasts the largest Underdark of any known primaterial world. You dig long enough, you are inevitably going to run into the Underdark. So at that point, you could pretty much find anything in your mine tunnels. Mining is a very dangerous profession.
Yeah. I mean, mining, it turns out, you mine long enough, it'll turn you harder than a woodpecker's lips, I tell you that. It's a rough profession. I mean, you get to look at the old Miss Copper locks up there. Look at her. I mean, ooh, what a lady.
Well, we usually use kobolds for the help as you would say.
Yeah, there are a bunch of crates over here that sort of form almost like an inviting staircase to try
Oh.
and squeeze through this crawl space over here.
I love squeezing. I'll squeeze.
All right, give me an acrobatics check.
With guidance, maybe too. Let's see.
Sure.
Just in case.
All right, Toothless scampers up and wiggles through. There is another egg sac on the other side.
Is he carrying a skeleton?
For those of you who like egg sacs,
He is carrying a baby doll that is dressed like a sailor and a dead kobold skeleton. Yes, he is doing these things.
But
Okay.
yeah,
These things
he's gonna,
are happening.
He'll like, you know, like if you want like egg sac stuff, man, that music is totally distracting.
There is another crawl space. If you were to plop out of this one.
I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna let people know about the egg sac, and I'm gonna
Leave the
stop
egg sac
right
there.
behind it.
Or
Do you guys want to
burn the
come
egg
up?
sac.
Like, there's something up here, maybe.
I'll humor
Anyone?
Toothless.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let out a long sigh and kind of start crawling my way up there.
I found some stuff.
All right, Thogrim, I need an acrobatics check. Pharos, I need an acrobatics check to squeeze through that passage.
Oh, this ought to be lovely.
Well, let's see if Pharos clogged it up first. Yeah, you didn't even get to try. Pharos, you went full Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, you are stuck.
I'm gonna try to
This is
push
embarrassing.
Pharos.
Okay, give me a athletics check, Thogrim.
I'll like throw like a rope down for them too if they need it.
With
Yeah, you start pushing on him, Pharos. It feels bad, man. It feels bad. He's pushing all up on you, and you feel yourself sort of grinding against the stone. You don't make any headway.
I'm gonna look
Pharos,
back.
What are you
I'm
doing?
stuck.
I'm gonna look back at Tari and Illyria and just like shake my head. It's like
I'm gonna throw like some rope down for you guys to climb up.
Toothless, grab the front of him and pull the front while I push the rear.
Ah, good suggestion.
Don't touch me there.
How can I help? How can I help his front?
Just grab somewhere. There's a lot of room back here to push. Apparently.
I'm gonna go for the man, like the intelligence check. I don't know.
What are you doing? Let's get me out of here.
Toothless, as you are kind of moving back to help pull, you look over at the glowing rift of spooky energy, and you see something slowly drifting up and out of the pit.
Oh dear.
Oh. I mean, that's cool.
Is it?
I mean,
Toothless,
we'll see.
do you got a hold of his front quarters?
What's
All right, as you are listening
Come
to
on,
this, it is
what's the front
slowly.
quarters check? I need to know what the front quarters check is.
No, no.
just roll any dice at all.
Athletics check to try to pull him out.
Yeah.
All right, athletics front with a little guidance just in case.
All right, yeah.
Oh no.
As you tug him free, the dwarf reaches out and tries to touch you.
Thogrim?
No,
no.
Toothless. Though it's literally standing right next to you, bro. That is who it's trying to touch.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? I'm back here. What did you say something?
Yeah. So here we go.
Dwarf.
21. It reaches into your chest and
That will
starts
definitely hit.
yeah, it starts wilting your heart. You take
Oh.
8 points of damage, and it rolls initiative.
So did we free Pharaoh?
Yeah, Pharos is he kind of there's a loud cork popping out of a bottle sound, and Pharos tumbles into Toothless's arms as Toothless has his heart rearranged by a ghost.
amazing.
All right.
Um,
The dwarf is apparently not in any kind of hurry.
I
So-
scream. By the way, when that happens, I scream.
Fair enough. I
Um,
also need you to make a Constitution save real quick, Toothless.
Oh no.
Getting there.
Okay. You feel like whatever terrible thing was happening, you have prevented it through sheer endurance. Tari, you're up first.
Sorry, Crash. I got one of the new
Yeah.
maneuvers. Lets me add a superiority dice to my initiative. I'd like to use that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take one.
You should be able to click on your initiative number, change it, and then hit the enter key.
Okay.
I will give Toothless and Pharaohs and Fireforge.
Okay. In order to
And-
see them, you'll need to climb up on these here because that is like a high up shelf, essentially.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
I
right.
will climb up on the shelf
Yeah.
and give them 8 temporary hit points and also
And
all
they
of
can
their-
also move if
movement
they'd like.
without opportunity attacks.
Okay. Everybody here heard
And
who
then
she
I
called out?
will.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess it's the fourth person. I look to Illyria and Skull to see if either one of them's like, send me in code.
I'll go.
Anybody?
Yeah.
All right, Skull. And then I will mock the specter. Are your
Okay.
eyes melting into your beard, or are you just sad to see us?
Oh, dang. He is actually super sad. Thanks for
Ooh.
asking.
Make fun of his tattoo.
Man, poor guy.
Okay.
Sad for him now.
Yeah, in
Jeez.
Dwarven, oh wait, he can't speak. Never mind. But he looks at you with his sad eyes, and he appreciates that you took the time to ask. So,
Wow.
yeah, he doesn't even get exciting
Knocking it
music.
out of the
That's
park,
how
Yeah.
that's how depressed this dude is. All right, Skull. You're up. Did anybody want to use the reaction, or
Yeah,
are
I
people
would-
saving it?
Oh,
I was gonna
wanna
move.
Go away. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I think you'll have to make another
Oh,
check, right?
I need another I need another acrobatics check, Toothless. You can't just go back and forth. This ain't no fucking slip and slide.
Oh, shit.
Give me an
Right.
acrobatics check.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because I wanted to move like through it actually.
You play with these little shoots. You
Alright,
got
alright.
all right, yeah. Pharos, no sooner has he helped you that he says something about fucking ghosts, and he scrambles up over you, like
Wait, where are
Scooby Doo
you
climbing up
going?
Shaggy, and then he slithers like a goddamn crocodile right through that passageway and plops out on the other side.
Sorry, Pharaohs.
He makes the the woman yelling at the cat meme, like with the woman's side at
Eh.
All right. Anyone else gonna take advantage of that move or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna try to
Okay.
and make my way through this towards what I guess now I can say. What the shit? Oh, come here, you.
All right. Give me an acrobatics check, Thogrum. Yeah, so Thogrum starts to go in, and he there's immediately like a grinding sound of metal on stone, and he completely plugs the hole. Pharos, you can no longer see your allies. Allies, you can no longer see him.
I think I'm still. I might require some assistance.
There you go.
oh wow, it's
goodness.
blocked off. It's a
Somebody push him.
Oh,
all right.
I didn't even
it's-
eat that much.
yeah, I
I
was
swear.
wait. Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen. I still want to use my reaction to take a move.
Skull,
but-
your trident is just like, I don't even fucking believe this.
I know, right? It's
Is
so
this real
lame.
life?
Watch, I'm gonna get stuck
Punish.
next. It's the
You better not get stuck. Your failings reflect on me, okay?
Wow.
yeah. I guess I'll use my reaction to move up, and I'll it's a 1, so I think he's like super stuck.
Oh yeah, he's wedged in there. It's bad.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
Wow,
go through
and
this way then with my move.
All
I
right.
should be able to see though. Can I not see like the forward? I get it. My fat
Yeah,
ass
you
is
could.
blocking
Yeah,
the
I'll
way.
move you over so you can see. Let me know when you can see. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys still see his butt?
No.
Yeah.
I can see his
yeah,
butt
I
crack.
can
Oh,
see his
barely.
butt.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
As long as you can
Yeah.
still see his butt crack. It is Super Mario Bros. He is doing some plumbing. All right, Skull. It is real dark and cramped in there. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics if you're trying to go in there.
So this is my reaction to move up to here. Now this is my move, but I will make the check either way.
Well,
Let's
I
see.
mean, different types of movement is still movement. So,
Yeah, exactly.
crawling through a tube is the same deal, or a crawl space.
Not so bad.
All right.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
you start wriggling through. You are squeezing, so it is going to be at half speed. So I don't know how much movement you have left, but you can start kind of moving through.
Well, my reaction move from Tari is what I got here with. So okay, thank
Yeah.
you. I also couldn't see
Okay.
forward. Dynamic lighting. Thank you. All right,
Yeah.
let's see. So half speed. 1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
3, 4.
Oh, it's not your turn yet, bro. There's more spooks
Excuse
coming
me.
out of the rift. Yeah.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries. So you see another spook, Pharos. She rises
Oh,
up
no.
out of the abyss. There she is. She starts drifting over. It's kind of scary because she's got a pretty fast flight speed there.
Ooh. Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah. And as she swoops towards you, she reaches towards your heart. That's a critical hit.
Oh, shit.
Give me a Constitution save. This is a very important Constitution save.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'll use
Alright.
a luck die.
Okay. So you get to roll one more d20 to replace that 4. All right.
Ooh, clutch.
My God.
Yeah. Yeah. That could have been really bad. Either way, 24 points of necrotic damage, I think, drops you, but does
so I
not
use
kill
the,
you.
so
Oh, you
I
have your
would
temp
use
HP though. Yeah.
the temp
Okay. So you
HP.
still, you still have a little bit of health left.
I have
All right.
a little bit left. Like 2.
Okay. Skull, you hear a cry from Tari. You hear sort of a "Ooh" kind of spook sound coming
Yeah.
from the other side. You can't see anything. You're on your belly. It's dark. What are you gonna do?
It's too scary. I run away.
Yeah.
I'm
How
gonna
can
go-
how are you seeing, by the way? You
he-
carrying a torch or
No, Toothless cast dark vision on me.
Okay.
Um.
All right. Now it's your turn.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, I do have.
I think from here you would see that there is a big glowing rift in the mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, as he climbs over you to escape.
So 35 because of my cloak. I'll drop down. Then, dang it.
This ghost turns to face you. He looks very sad.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action spit acid onto it.
All right, spitting acid at it.
Acidity spit.
It fails. You see it takes some damage, but not a lot of damage as
That
you
was the-
spray acid at it.
That was the test. All right. So that's my bonus action, my movement to get to here. The dash up to it. Maybe. No, I will take the dodge action. Now that I've maybe got its attention. That's my turn.
Alrighty. You see Skull rising up from the abyss. Another spooky ghost.
Oh, that one's real good.
Where is he? There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Heavy
Oh
metal.
my
Like-
goodness.
Is he holding a
All right,
guitar?
and he flies right at you. This is with disadvantage because you are dodging. All right. So as he tries to grab you, you kind of duck and weave and move out of the way. It is unable to get a hold of you.
And I'm gonna
Thogrum.
turn that into a repost because he missed me. My superiority die. So 1, and I'll attack it with the trident.
That is gonna hit. And Surge flashes with an aquamarine light, and the ghost lets out sort of a baleful as you kind of stab into it with the trident.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Does that riposte do extra damage?
No, I
You
spend
roll
the dice and it
superiority
lets
on
me
it?
attack.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
There's
All right.
no
Yeah, he
extra
takes the damage, and he is bloodied.
Wait, let me double check that, but go ahead with Thogrum.
Sure. Thogrum. Gosh, you shouldn't have eaten all a rabbit's, right? All right. So, what are you gonna do?
Can I do? Am I gonna have to spend my action go ease out of here, or just my movement?
Absolutely, yeah. Or you could just live your life here in this, like, squeezy tunnel.
Debatably, I'm gonna spend my life in this tunnel. And,
All right.
When I see them, I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Ooh, Spirit Guardians. Okay. Let me check a couple things. All right. All right. We'll learn. Trial and error. Cool.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, Spirit Guardians would appear. There we go.
And I only want it to hit undead things.
That's really nice.
Or
That's a good
undead
sentiment.
and like ghostly things, I guess
Okay.
I should say. Spirits and the whatnot.
The baddies.
That's not how the spell works, though. When you
I
cast the
thought
spell,
you did
you
just-
can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. So only Pharaohs would qualify as not being able to be seen. So the rest of you, angry little dwarf angels, are going to start wrecking your buttholes. Mm. All right.
No.
This is a
So-
learning
Wait.
experience. Me and Crash were very cross with this when this happened to us.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
But I can see Thogrum right now, or no?
You can see
Things that he
Thogram's
can see.
butt.
He's
It
stuck.
was explicitly
I-
said
I have-
and
it's
created
see,
that he
right,
could only
right.
see forward. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, having never cast this in a situation like this, as far as you could tell, everything's good. You tell the angels, you're like, only attack undead. And they kind of look at you quizzically and they shrug and they're like, ah! And they start their job of effing things up except for you and Pharaohs. Anything else from Thogrum?
No, that's
right.
pretty much it. I guess if I'm
Toothless,
Bad
give me a
action.
wisdom saving throw against Thogram's Spirit Guardians.
I can't technically see his mini if it matters.
It certainly does not. This
Okay.
shit can go through walls. All right, you take only half the damage. So that'd be half of 3d8. So if we just use the 14 that's there, you take 7 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, that's-
And all this yellow terrain is difficult terrain.
So I had the extra hit points. So we'll go
All right.
38. I think I'm technically at 40. 40 currently. But I really don't want to get hit by that. So 5.
Crash, this
All
ghost
right.
does take an extra 3. Thanks for reminding me.
10,
Cool.
15, 20. Yeah, not much I can do. 25, 30. I'll start moving through along with
Okay,
Skull.
give me a acrobatics check.
This is amazing.
I mean, there's regular ass tunnels you guys could be using. I just
That's
want to point that out.
I know.
This
That's
isn't DZ Discovery Zone. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, 18, no problem. You can start moving at half speed through the tube if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do. I think I can get to about there.
Okay.
I'll end
With
my
a-
turn.
All right. Pharaohs, tiny
All right.
dwarf angels surround you,
Okay.
cheering you on.
Yeah. All right. I'll use my class feature, the Hexblade Curse. That
Okay.
and
On
then,
lady or sad man?
lady,
Okay.
because she's the closest in front of me, and I will attack her. Do all the nonsense that
All right.
entails.
The front half of Thagrum hovering above you. Beautiful dwarf angels flying everywhere. You swing. It finally connects with the true end of the weapon, the butt head. And you hit her pretty hard. 11 points of damage.
And do I heal?
You heal when you kill them.
Heal and I kill them.
Yeah.
Nick.
All right, she is bloodied. All right, Pharos,
Do
looking
I add
around.
the proficiency die for the damage? Also. Or is that-
No. You would add your charisma if you're using your hexblade weapon, which it looks like you have it factored in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, proficiency is for your attack rolls, and then depending on the type of attack, it'll get damage bonuses based on certain stats if it qualifies for them.
Yeah. The curse is like a mini hex. He gets to add his proficiency bonus to
Oh,
the damage.
right.
So it's
my
just a
bad.
little 3.
Yeah, so he adds his charisma modifier on top of his charisma modifier.
Yeah, it's like
right?
a mini hex.
So
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, totally. So how much extra is that supposed to be?
Just
I think
3
it was
more.
Another 3.
Because he only hit
Another
once,
3?
yeah.
Okay.
But if it's all of them, that's 9. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. You gain bonus damage. Oh, to your proficiency. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, like on this particular thing, absolutely. So, all right. Anything else from Pharos?
Like, I can't really move that far without like opportunity attacks, so kind of stuck.
Okay.
You could, well, I would say you could move out of directly in front of me, or
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell him that. I mean, you guys are right next to each other. Totally.
Yeah. It's like that. And then you said we could use the breath weapon as a bonus, right?
Correct.
I'll just do that.
Okay. At the lady.
Yes.
All right.
Where? Spells.
I also think with Hexblade Curse, doesn't the damage also apply to any damage he deals? Right.
Yeah, every
So
every
even-
damage roll gets a little 3 on it.
Right. So even the breath weapon would benefit from it. That's cool.
Wow.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's the I actually haven't added it for some reason to
It's
my
2d6.
spells.
2d6
2d6, yeah.
plus 3.
All right, and it's gonna do. Didn't make the save, so it takes a total of 8 because you got to add your proficiency in there because it's hexbladed, but then it takes half because it's resistant to acid. All right, it takes 18 points of damage. Or sorry, it's taken 18 points of damage. Anything else from Pharos?
That's it.
All right, Illyria. Yeah. Pooh Bear has blocked up the passage. There's angry, uncontrolled dwarf angels flying around. Toothless has slithered into another hole in the wall. There's no targets. Spencer's very nervous. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pull out a biscuit,
Okay.
take a bite out of it, and then give the rest to Spencer.
Good turn.
And then come up over here. This is like a little ledge that would be able to see.
Yeah, there are a
if
bunch of boxes
Bogram's
and
booty
crates
wasn't
and
there.
stuff. Yeah. Mhm.
All right, and I will
Attacks
Hold.
against Thogrum would be at advantage. Throwing that out there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's not prone.
Maybe video
He's
game
stuck.
style, he'll despawn if you drop him to 0 health, and then you could get through.
Bloop, bloop.
I'll hold a shot for
Okay.
anything that comes out of the walls or any if I see
Fair
it.
enough.
You damage
Spencer,
booster.
you're up.
And Spencer is going to chomp on his biscuit and take the dodge act.
Sounds like a good turn.
Yeah.
All right. This spook right here was going to go after Skull. But first, it has to survive these spirit guardians. So here we go. Wisdom. Fails. So it's going to take 3d8 Thogrum. Nice. 13. Okay, it is bloodied. Let's see. Realizing that there's spirit guardians at work, it is going to instead 5e shuffle through Pharos, because it's a ghost, over to Thogrum. And it is going to attack you instead. You are squeezing, so this will be with advantage. Here we go. 20. Don't think it gets you. Maybe
It
I think
hits my AC.
Okay.
19.
All right, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Oof. All right, as it
I
reaches.
feel that same like the warp of reality just kind of like shakes.
Sure,
like,
sure,
fuck.
sure.
God.
I scream again and use another luck point.
Okay, yeah.
Man.
Thogrum, roll a new Constitution save.
Oh my gosh.
God.
All right. So you feel it reach through your face, down into your chest, and it pulls part of you out with it. Your health has permanently been decreased by 9. Your maximum health.
Is Spirit Guardians hopefully still up?
Does that affect the temporary hit points as well, or does that go through?
That is your actual life force that's draining here.
Okay, so just minus.
Well, whatever your
Okay.
max HP is, it'll still take away from your temp HP, but your max HP still drops by that amount. If that makes sense.
Okay, so
And the spell is still hopefully
34.
Yeah, and then he's got to do a Constitution to maintain the Spirit Guardians as well.
Okay, so I'm just to make sure I get this clear. I lost 9 actual hit points, so I'm still 34 hit points now with still 8 temporary hit points.
Yeah. So whatever HP you have that's pushing you over your max, we'll just treat it as additional temp HP.
Okay, so I lost.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to add.
No
this to
worries.
Make sure I'm.
But wouldn't you take 9, so you would lose all 8 temp HP and then 1 of your regular HP, and then your HP max would go down
Correct.
9.
Yeah.
by 9. So then you would
Okay.
have 8 temp HP. Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So any HP that you math out at the end that's over your
Yeah.
maximum amount, we'll treat that as more temp HP to replace what was lost.
Okay.
All right. That being said, that is the end of the creature's turn. Tari, you're up.
I take some kind of damage. I make a save. What's going on here?
Yes.
believe
Go
I'm
ahead and do a
parrying.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you know what? I need to do a wisdom saving throw first.
Oh yeah. Constitution to maintain it. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Of course.
All right, you do a great job. Roll 3d8 damage on Tari.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to perfect this a little bit, I think. Thogrum.
Yeah, definitely no going. in fucking tunnels
Magic's complicated.
if I live this
All
long.
right. So Tari, you take 11 points of radiant damage as confused, unsupervised dwarf angels begin beating you upside the head with their tiny warhammers.
I feel like this is like a Coen Brothers film. This-
I will move out of that area of effect.
Okay.
And I will hold a vicious mockery in case someone gets out of my way or something else appears. And I'll shout, we have the hut if things get serious. Which they seems like they might be.
All right.
And I guess as a bonus action, I will give the 4 people up front. Has everyone burned through their temp HP?
No.
Not.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
not yet. Not yet.
So I will give Illyria and myself and the 2 people who did burn through their temp HP 8 more temp HP.
Okay.
And people who are
So
inside can move if they.
peeps that you can see with that ability. So
Ah,
from
that's
where you're
true.
at, you can
Thogrum's-
only see
Thogrum's
Thogrum's butt.
butt.
Yeah, Illyria, Spencer, and Tari.
Both
All right,
cheeks.
so I will wait then. I'll wait until
Okay.
Wait,
Can
I
okay.
can
wait.
see. Yeah. What's up?
All right, Spooky Ghost. She has been challenged by Pharos. She will rise to the challenge, assuming she is not obliterated by these spirit guardians. Here we go. Wisdom saving throw. Oof, that is a fail. 3d8. 11 points of damage. She lets out a anguished scream and disappears before she could kill Pharos. Very sad.
Do I get the 8 HP now?
Let's see. Yes, because I don't think you have to kill it, right? It just has to die.
Yes, has to die.
Let's see. Target is cursed. Okay. If the cursed target dies, you regain hit points equal to your warlock level plus your charisma. Yep. Technically, she died.
Oh, she's already dead.
Yeah.
Undead.
Redead.
Redid it.
All right. Skull. You are up. One of the little dwarf angels gives you a high five as it flies by.
No, it's gonna hurt me.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pull the trident out of the ghost, and it's got a little resistance, and then I'll spin it around and attack him again.
Okay. Yeah, 23 is a hit. 10 points of damage. With the damage it has already taken, it kind of lets out a low groan as it disappears.
Scatter its ectoplasm all over the wall, and then I'll run over
Yeah.
here see what's up.
Oh,
It,
hey, there you
it
are.
seems the real OG is still going.
I'll just kind of hold the line, make sure no one else is coming. Actually, no,
Okay.
I will run into the spirit guardians. Just, I don't know.
Sure.
I'll make a wisdom save, and then I'll know.
Okay.
Um,
That spot right there is actually not in the guardians. You should be okay.
okay.
If we're using a grid-based template, yeah. So if you were there or there, you'd be affected.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go there, and I guess that fails to
Okay,
save.
now you'd be affected. All right. So 13, one shy. So Thogrum, bust out some more spirit guardians.
Let's see.
Oof. All right, Skull. As you step into it, the happy, smiling, cherubic faces of the little dwarf worker angels suddenly turns feral. You are not on the list. They begin to savagely beat you with their tiny hammers. They feel bad.
And I'll back out of it.
Okay.
Thogrum, what?
What
Why?
the fuck? Boys, what are you doing? What the hell? Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'll
In
just- I'll say-
Celestial, they start to explain themselves to you. Do you speak Celestial?
Nope. Common and
No,
dwarvish.
okay. Yeah, so it's just a lot of loud squeaking sounds coming from your spirit guardians as they try to
They're
explain.
pointing at each other,
yeah.
like the one with the hammer.
All right, Thogrum, back to you.
I'm going just after watching that. I'm gonna break concentration. Is that
Okay.
an action to break the concentration?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. I'm just gonna break concentration on Spirit
Okay.
Guardians, and then I'm gonna try to squeeze my ass out of this fucking hole.
All right, give me another acrobatics check. This is a disadvantage because you're so wedged in there.
All right, acrobatics disadvantage. This ought to go super well.
Couldn't.
Yeah. It's just you're just making it worse. You start to kind of turn, and now you're just sort of sideways in there.
Could he have?
Why did you drop Spirit Guardians? I don't understand.
Because he didn't realize he was hitting everybody, and then when he saw that they attacked Skull, he turned it off. All right, Toothless. Your acrobatics from last turn when you entered still in effect. You can slither the rest of the way out.
Slither, I think.
Okay. All right. You kind of poop out. Bloop.
Yeah, that sounds hot. Gonna move out a little further. You can see, let's see. He's feeling kind of butthurt, but he'll probably be okay.
So
Let's see what he
this
can
ledge
do.
right here is 20 feet up and
What?
leads to another one of those crawl spaces.
But
And there's
this,
also a
like,
ledge over here
ghost
that's 20 feet
guy,
up.
and there's
Oh yeah, I'm just explaining everything. Yeah, there's one more ghost guy. It seems very intent on attacking Thogrum.
I think, could he move into the space if he wanted to?
Into what space? In that space? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a egg sac in the way, so it's definitely difficult terrain. But yeah.
I think he had actually. Let me make sure he had enough movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. I think he could have just made it into that space. I think he's gonna do a little primal savagery.
Okay, go for it. 23 hits. It does some damage, but the spirit is resistant to the acid damage.
Okay.
All right.
He'll end his turn there.
Okay. Pharos, you're up.
All right. He glares down at Toothless as he goes to attack the ghost.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where he even came from. Last time you saw him, he was scampering over you. Now he just kind of appears out of nowhere. All right, the first two attacks hit, and they are enough. With a very sad sort of moan, it disappears.
Yeah, like Ferris is like panting heavily, like he's like seething, but he's alive. Almost died, but he's good.
I look at Thogrum and I'm like, I'd like a little healing from your spirit guardians there, buddy.
Huh? My spirit guardians. What?
Oh yeah, I took almost 20% damage.
What? They hit you too? This never happens.
They did. It seemed to hit a couple of people.
I'm gonna have a talk with them. You be sure.
Well, if you'd like to rectify that, I could use a little bit of healing.
If you don't mind getting me out of here, I'd love to.
Oh, sure.
Guys,
I'll pull him out. Yeah.
I'll just get everyone's attention. Is the getting brighter? The chasm?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. There are more of
now
them.
that there's food.
Are we still in initiative or no?
No, at this point, we could get out of initiative.
All
right. Can I get some help getting out of this?
Yeah, I'll definitely help pull. Of course.
Yeah, I'll pull on this guy out. It's like,
So
now
can
they wanna
I-
help pull.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do a little guidance and like with advantage
All right.
Possibly.
for anyone who wants to have use their big muscles.
Why don't we do a combined athletics check and see how high I can get to see if we can kind of get this guy out. Which way are you trying to pull him? To the east or back to the west?
Towards us? Does that
Okay.
sound right, guys?
Yeah, towards you guys. I mean, that's.
All right.
I'm gonna
we got
pull
an
out another
18.
biscuit and hand it to Turi.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
Thogrim, you trying to pull as well? Okay.
I'm gonna walk all the way around and like wave at the ladies.
All right. There's a bit of scraping, and a bit of tearing. In the end, you only take a point of damage, Thogrim. But they managed to pull you free.
I'm just gonna kind of brush down my physique, like, ugh. I mean, this isn't a dwarven tunnel, because I swear to you, dwarven tunnels regulation size that they're over, 6 feet around, but that's clearly not regulation.
Let's cut open this egg sack to see what's inside of it.
Thogrim, it's likely that they built these essentially these ducts for airflow, not for travel. Mm.
These must be one of those airflow ducts and not one of those, like, crawl through ducts, I guess. It could have been my mistake. That's why I'm not a miner, because, I don't really care for this fucking place. And then I'll cast Healing Word on Toothless.
Okay. Looks like Toothless just down a potion, but yeah, go for it. Another 4 healing for Toothless.
Sorry, mate. Where did old Skull go?
Skull, did you wander all the way back around?
Yeah, wanted all the way back around to wave at the ladies to follow him.
Oh.
Okay.
Where's that?
That
So,
way it doesn't
somebody
require any
was
squeezing,
slicing
right?
open this egg sack here. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I want to see what was inside the egg sack.
I'm gonna heal
Yeah, for sure.
Skull as well.
Opening
So-
it up, you see that there are 2 skeletons inside.
Mhm.
They seem very tiny, as if they might have been gnomes.
Oh no.
There you go.
Did you get that second one, Skull? That was for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thar, is there healing or more healing to go around, or took a lot there?
I mean, I'd love to, mate, but
Huh.
yeah.
The way my spell
Actually-
slots is set up, the way my
You're not wrong.
Huh.
So
I'll
Pharos
follow
and Toothless, you guys do see that there is a bright, glowing green light, series of them, swooping and swirling about. It's very like Final Fantasy life stream kind of thing going on here, in this seemingly bottomless chasm that divides up the mining area. There is a bridge. The bridge is ancient, and it spans the chasm. On the other side is another chamber, possibly with more things to explore.
I
Can we,
nudge Pharos a bit and I say, "Do you want to go across? It could be exciting."
It could be exciting, but do you want to take a minecart with us? That could be cool.
Yeah, there is a
Oh,
minecart over here.
Oh yeah, let's run that across.
Okay.
Right, if I push the minecart, let's say like I want to like push it and just down the tracks and like, if does anything bad happen?
Well, the minecart is very rough, so it would be very difficult to get it to move at any kind of decent speed in its current condition.
Hmm. Okay, I guess I can't help that.
But I mean, you could always, tune it up.
I mean, I have the oil flask I took from that crate.
Sure.
I
You
would
wanna-
ride the minecart.
All right, that's
Okay.
I look at it like my dad would open up the hood and like, the engine's made an engine. The engine is made a.
All right.
And
Thogrim,
see if I can-
you watch this nobleman take out an oil can, and he kind of looks at the minecart with the oil can in his hand, and there's sort of a nod, I guess, going on, like the nod of a guy that has no idea what to do next.
Does anyone more
Ferros, do you need a little bit of help, mate? I'm just gonna walk over there.
If you insist, you could go right ahead.
So did I ever tell you about my great grandpappy? He was a miner. And then I'm just gonna like start greasing up like the wheels and oiling up like
Okay.
the bearings and the wheels and stuff.
Yeah, Thogrum, you're a forge cleric, so you give it the attention that it needs, and
Little bit of
within only a
mending here
couple
and there.
minutes, it is ready to go. It should be a movable icon now.
All right. See there you go. I mean that's not too bad.
Oh yeah, see, you know what? That's why I keep you around. Alright. So you push Toothless in the cart.
Okay.
Down.
Crash dummy style. Got it.
Yeah. Let's see how
Oh, he falls out. Okay. That's crazy. Oh wow, something's happening there. There's a lot of stuff happening. All right. So you push him in the minecart,
Yeah. let's just
and it
push him
goes down the tracks. All right. As it goes over the bridge, there is definitely a type sound. You see lots of dust come loose. You see the lights below flash bright for a moment. He keeps going.
Wait, what?
And then you just kind of collide with this cart that's already there. Dunk. And it slowly rolls to the end, and you slowly roll to the end.
Okay.
Excellent. Now we have a
I quickly exit
right.
from the track. Yeah.
Now that minecart that you crashed into is full of amazing metal crystals. They look so beautiful.
Ooh.
Look at how beautiful they are.
Can anyone identify these, or like a nature check?
Thogrum, it is. I don't know if you want to tell them, or do you? I guess I'll whisper it to you privately.
I'll tell him what it is.
Oh, okay. It's just tin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should have screwed with him and said it was platinum. Thogrum.
Platinum or it's just tin. Why are they? Like
I mean, people use tin. Tin has to
Yeah,
come from somewhere. I
it has to
mean,
come somewhere.
yeah, not every mine's a diamond mine.
Tin.
Well, then why did she? Was the what's her face trying to keep like this secret tin?
Now there are cases here, and there are also big like tons, like barrels that would probably contain some kind of liquid.
So have you just like rifle pry open these boxes? Anything?
All right.
Of
Yeah, you guys kind of crack them open. Lots of mining supplies, ropes, pythons, again, more mine picks, more shovels. But you also see 4 like flasks, like glass flasks. They are labeled with a symbol for fire.
oh, I like these. That's good. Anyone want one? I'll take one.
Don't get too crazy because I'm sure they know what's down here possibly, and
Well,
all this stuff belongs to old lady Copperlock up there, and she's what they call a bad bitch.
That's not wrong.
haven't met my mother. I think she'll be fine. But because Ferris has no, he doesn't know what things cost, and so he thinks like, oh, I'll just borrow this, it'll be fine. But
Skull, Illyria, and Spencer, you saw very briefly a phase spider crawling along the walls of this ravine.
Would
And
I
then
have
it
had
dis-
enough
it-
time to Hunter's Market as a reaction?
Ooh. Let's do a quick roll off on its initiative. So it is a +2.
Okay.
So it only got a 9. So yeah, you would have time to mark it. Hunter's Mark going into the ethereal, a little tricky. Definitely, I'll look up the spell while you guys continue what you're doing.
But was it coming towards us?
It just seemed to be checking you out, and as you kind of looked over, it was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this as crazy as it looks? It's like the river Styx down there.
yeah, like I said, it is
Yeah.
very like live stream Final Fantasy VII. There's just a swirling ectoplasm of ghostly essence down there.
Oh my god.
Does it look like it originates from any point? Like these little areas right here? Did it?
It honestly, those are just there to give you the lighting effect. The real source of it seems to be deep down in there. I mean, one of you could jump in, see, maybe. Like, I respect your player agency if you'd like to explore.
How far below is it, Crash?
I would say it's about 60 or more feet before you would hit whatever that miasma.
Does it?
I'm really tempted. But I probably won't.
Here.
All right.
You guys, we might have
Hunter's
another
Mark,
visitor.
You have survival to make sure that you can find it, or you have advantage on perception and wisdom checks to find it. So currently, you know it's around, but you don't know where because it's in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's
All
kind of.
right. So you guys do see there is a ramp kind of carved from stone, natural stone, that goes up this way. Kind of goes up and back to the left. You do see that there are more sort of discarded mining tools, spider webs everywhere. There's an elevated platform here. There's a dude over here. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a random egg sack over here. And you do see that there are a lot of egg sacks, or web sacks, excuse me, down to the southeast.
I'm pretty sure that's not ominous or any describing what's going on down that way.
Thorgrim, do you want to go down there first?
Not really particularly, but I guess I will. And then Thorgrim's gonna kind of like grab his crotch and kind of like pull it up and like kind of tug and start slowly walking down, like just sighing loudly.
Okay.
We'll follow you for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Thorgrim, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's spooky in there. It is a low ceiling natural cavern that ancient dwarves apparently were using as a mess hall for the miners. Yeah.
I think I'm good here. I mean, do we need to go any further? I mean, we can see everything from here, right? I mean,
Yep. Let's go elsewhere.
I don't know. You want to cut open those more web sacks?
what was that, Pharaoh? I didn't hear you. You said you wanted to go home? It's all right. Don't worry. If you want to go home, I'll support you.
I'm just waiting for like the trapdoor spider, you know, and hides like in the ground, like one of those. That'd be really crazy.
Don't say that. Don't say things like that. Don't. It just drags you underground.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just gonna take the dodge action, and I'm just gonna like slowly but like instead of like really dodging, it's more like just kind of like holding my shield like
You're
a little bit
shaking.
above me and like
You're shaking.
and like shaking.
No, it's a thorough dodge action.
I'm preparing my body to dodge in any direction.
Vibrating.
Okay.
So that helps with the
Heightened
dodging.
I'll vibrate as well.
All right. This is definitely an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Vibrate. Yep.
And I'm just gonna kind of
Can I
like look
take,
around
like, a-
because
Go ahead.
I was just gonna kind of inspect the area, like it's like kind of like a search action, and see if I see anything.
Sure. Go ahead and give me either a perception or investigation. Yeah, there are dwarf-sized creatures inside that webbing.
So,
Hmm.
from the skeletons we've seen, how old are they, or how old do they appear to be?
Some of them seemed kind of fresh. These seem very old.
Old. How long did they say they lost access to the mine before the spider badness happened?
They've been sitting on this problem for about 2 weeks.
Oh, so these are clearly older than 2 weeks,
Yeah.
right? Or,
Oh yeah.
hmm.
If anything, these webs look nearly as ancient as the other stuff here.
These boys have probably been dead a long time. They're probably part of the original crew.
So how do you
I
explain this
guess.
to what's her dwarf lady? I forgot her name. I don't really care though. But
Moira?
yeah, sure.
You're talking about
Mora's the one that died.
Miss Copperpot
Oh.
or
Oh, okay.
Copperlock.
Copperlock.
sorry.
Copperlock?
Copperlock. That's what it
She's
is.
hiding something. She's
Ooh, they do have like the dwarf equivalent of Gwent still laid out on the table.
Oh, it's first edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fella right here, he was clearly gonna win. You see this one right here? Look at these cards. You don't find those anywhere.
I can tell this one was cheating. I think
I like
someone.
how it's like just us up here and then Illyria and Tariq.
I desperately want to go over to this well and knock the bucket in, just like Lord of the Rings, but I'm not going to. Will of a
Would you boys
toque.
want to cut them out and take a look, or should we just go home? Because I mean,
Sure,
by
we
go
can
home,
cut
I
them
mean
out.
like leave here.
Or ghosts.
I think we leave, but if
Are-
you want to
are-
cut them out,
Oh, were
Do we
those
hear
ghosts?
any noises coming out from any of them?
That's a really good question. With a 22 perception, he didn't hear any noise when Thogrim was kind of glancing around with that search action.
Were the ghosts we fought, were they dwarves? Or did they look like dwarves? Or is it hard to tell?
Yeah, they definitely look like dwarves.
Oh, okay. Alright. That makes sense.
I kind of think we leave them alone.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way to be rested in a web sack. At least don't leave me in a web sack. At least.
And also,
Bad.
there's like that really creepy sound in the background. I don't trust it. I think we should go. It makes weird sounds. I don't like it.
Well, we have to kill everything, so I mean, should we? I mean, part of the deal. Maybe we should check all these to see if anything crazy comes out, and we need to kill it.
That's a really
Are these
good point.
stairs? It's hard to see. Is that just in their landing?
Yeah, it's just another landing.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
keep
go up this
following
ramp.
Thogrim. Like these are dwarven ruins. He'll follow the dwarf.
I think we should probably cut these fellas out just to make sure there's nothing scary hiding in there, so we kind of
Sure, yeah,
fulfill
get
our
these
part
guys
of the
open.
deal.
Like the ones we just saw.
Yeah, maybe we
Alright.
ought to make sure.
All right, I'll follow you, Thogrim.
Yeah, I'll slide to the
this-
one that I'm at.
I'll be right behind you, like
Okay.
10
I'm just-
feet.
Somebody want to cut? We're gonna start cutting these things up one at a time.
So
opening them up.
Tari and Pharos, as you guys go to cut yours open, you see that there is in fact a dwarf trapped inside.
No. No.
Nice.
Well,
Go ahead and roll some initiative, because as
Oh.
you begin to cut it free, you hear the webbing sort of tear, and you hear the wet sound of like rotten flesh sort of crackling and squishing as the jaw opens and sort of the jaw kind of cracks, and the creature just lets out a horrible long scream.
Oh no.
God.
Of course, there's something in it.
Why couldn't we have just fucking burned them? All right.
All right. Looks like everybody's rolled in.
Burning sounds like a great idea. I'm okay with that.
It's never a bad idea. Well, no, it is a bad idea sometimes. Like fire giants, you probably don't want to burn them.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll throw this bad boy in because he's been watching. He's curious how it's gonna pan out. All right, Illyria. You are up first. Yeah, you see this thing just sort of there we go. Kind of birth itself free from the webbing as they go to cut it loose. It is alive. It is animated. It is moving.
Do I get any pings on my hunter's mark?
I mean, it's definitely nearby, but it is in the ethereal plane right now.
All right, I'll take out my crossbow and take 2 shots at that guy.
All right. 22 is a hit.
Reload and take another one. And they
24
whiz
is a
by
hit.
Tari's head
Oof.
accurately.
All right. You take 2 shots at it, and as each one strikes it, it lets out more just horrible screams as you do. You see that its flesh is blackened and bloated, as if from venom, long stewed and saturated in the flesh. All
Okay,
right.
I will back up a little bit.
There's so many on the track.
Wait,
There's so
right
many
here.
things.
Pack up right here. I don't know. Okay.
Okay. Oh, right. And you did bloody it, though.
Ooh, fancy.
All right. Toothless, you're up.
Thinking. So Toothless only sees the one thing that came out of the.
Now, the others, once this one started screaming, the other sacks all started shaking.
All of them?
Oh, they did.
All the ones in that room, not this one over here.
Okay.
But all the ones in that room.
All right. Direwolf will do direwolf things. So if you wouldn't
Okay.
mind giving me direwolf.
Yeah, no worries. Let's see. Gotta grab it real quick. Roll 20. You're so slow. Hold on a sec. And fill up that HP. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go.
Yep. Yep. Direwolf will run forward.
All right.
Direwolf will attack. Let's see that. Gentleman or lady, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see. Bite.
13 hits. You do 9 points of damage to it. Your mouth fills with the taste of rot and decay.
Oh, yuck.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. And it will make a strength save. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So you do knock it down. All right. And whatever bad thing was going to happen does not happen.
All right.
I'm sorry, I spaced out.
Spiky-
Did he make that because he moved next to it?
Make what?
Because he bit
He
it?
made it because he bit it.
Okay.
Yep. And it is really gross. I would not recommend putting it in your mouth. That's not his real body, or I mean, it is his real body, but rearranged via I don't know, magic.
Magic.
But I wouldn't recommend the rest of you bite it. So, all right. That being said, Illyria, your little buddy pops up from the ethereal plane.
Hello.
Hello.
There you are.
Yeah, it's happy to see you. It's a normal attack because you kind of pinged it as it was coming in. So here we go. 13 is a miss.
Nice.
All right, and it'll stay right there.
Of course you will.
All right, what do we got? 12. Oh, there's quite a few of these little babies. All right, this one's gonna tear free and attack Pharos. As it does, Pharos, it looks right at you with its non-existent eyes. Ugh.
Mm.
And go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. Oof. Okay. You are frightened of this creature.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh no.
So it is now going to attack you with its big old fist. So here comes that.
It's a giant fist. Ow.
15, does that hit?
Yes.
All right. It hits you pretty damn hard. 11 bludgeoning and 12 necrotic. You also need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Jeez.
All right. You make the save, so whatever other terrible thing was going to happen doesn't happen. Okay, that is its turn. Tari, you're up.
I am. I'm gonna cast Bane. I don't think I can. Oh, I can see the spider also.
Okay.
So I will cast Bane on the 3 baddies that I can see.
All right, charisma save. Dwarf mummy, 1. A 2. And adorable spider. Where are you, adorable spider? Oh. Closed the sheet. I was doing that all morning. I don't know why I kept closing all the sheets. There we go. Okay. 1 passes, the other 2 fail. So I will give them little pink markers.
And then I am going to say, have at the rotting sacks of flesh, y'all. And I'm gonna cast Mantle of Inspiration on myself.
Okay.
And
Okay, immediately start moving.
The
Good,
4
good.
people who can take temporary HP.
Yes.
Like,
If this was a board game, and hit points were a way of quantifying your health, Pharos would have 2. Yeah.
It's better than 0.
He's scared of that
But
one. So can't go that way for us. You're scared of it. You can't move closer to it. So maybe you
Yeah.
wanna.
So, yeah.
I'll take the hit points if no one else wants it, but I want to let people who want to get out of there a chance first.
Yeah, I think I
Who's this
still.
in Ferris? Anyone? Anyone?
I will
3 other
take-
people.
I will take
So
the
take
last
'em.
one.
I'll take a couple.
Okay.
Atari, Ferris, Toothless, me.
Rar.
I'll take it. If you don't mind.
How many?
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
8. All right.
Move.
Oh yeah, and I'll swap places with you. Do the do-si-do.
Yeah.
Ferris, are you
Mhm.
getting the fuck out of Dodge, or are you?
Oh yeah, I mean, so
Okay.
have to move this way. Do I and I guess I'll prepare hex. I'll cast hex on this thing. Actually, no, hellish
Alright.
rebuke on this thing. Actually,
Oh, it's. I don't think it's your turn. I think it's just her turn. You just.
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
use
It's
your
just you could just move with your reaction, but your turn's coming
okay.
right up after her. So
Okay.
yeah. So after you take your move, Tari, anything else from you?
No.
All right,
That's it.
Pharos. You got to move as your reaction. Your reaction comes back immediately, because your turn comes up. You said you wanted to
Okay.
use your hex curse.
Actually, I'll use hellish rebuke. I think on the thing that hit me.
That would be two different reactions. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Now
Right.
let's use hex on close one.
All right. Casting the actual spell hex. Got it.
Knock that off.
All right. So bonus action to hex, and then
And then I will. Yeah, I'll take dodge for now.
okay,
And
and then
then
you're gonna take a dodge action.
that'll be it
Interesting.
for now.
Okay. All right. Toothless the wolf. There is a tearing sound as another one comes free. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom saving throw. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right, no problem. It's not too scary for you. It tries to punch you. 14.
We'll hit.
All right, so you take 8 bludgeoning and 9. You need to make a Constitution save using Wolfbot.
Let's see.
Oof. All right. You don't feel so.
Just start.
Jeez. Toothless, do you still have your bardic inspiration?
Ooh,
Actually,
it's definitely been more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, rolled
Yeah.
in. But yeah. All right. Okay, that is its turn. It'll just stay right there. They're not really big on moving around. Down here, you hear a tearing, and then another one slowly begins shambling towards Toothless. It will use a dash action to get right up on him. Skull, you're up.
I'll take a stab at this spider.
Okay.
Actually, wait a minute. Alright, so we talked about this before. Restraining strike, I need to hit it with a melee attack, not a weapon attack.
No. You need to have a free hand when you strike it, because it
Okay.
still takes a hand to restrain it.
Alright. So I'm using this trident shield, so no go this time. Next time, I'll think about it. So I'll just attack it normally.
Okay. 27 is a hit. 15 points of damage. Lets out a insectoid screech of pain as you stab it.
Okay. Then I will action search. I'll do it again.
Okay. Also a hit, 12 more damage. It is blue.
And bonus action, I'm good. I will stay where I am.
Okay. More adorable mummy action. There's a tearing sound as it breaks free. And then it is going to move. And then it is going to dash. Spencer, you can see it coming for you. It looks very hungies.
Oh no. Spencer will go towards this one and help his buddy Toothless, and he will maul it. Is this advantage? He's prone?
Yes, it would be an advantage. 13 is enough. 7 points of damage.
Okay, and
Oh, Spencer, give me a Constitution saving throw to bite into the creature.
Oh,
Or
he
are we
doesn't
saying
have-
mauling
yeah.
is you just sort of like beating it with your like front legs and like
Yeah,
headbutting it? Okay,
he no
yeah.
longer has bite anymore.
Okay, that's probably
Yeah.
beneficial because there's so much stuff you don't want to bite, like fire elementals and these things. Yeah, okay, cool.
So he's like stomping on its head.
That's sweet. Stomp, bite, slam, not bite, sorry, headbutt, all those Pokemon moves. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from Spencer then?
No, he'll stay there.
Okay. Another ripping and tearing sound. Another one tears free.
Oh boy.
It's going to use the dash action to get to there. Thogrum, you're up.
All right. Okay, fellas, we're gonna try this again one more time. And like I'm gonna summon spirit guardians, but as they're like summoning and they're like appearing, I'm gonna be like, "Don't attack me, friends, this time."
Skull's
For
gonna wince as he
fuck's sake.
sees them appear.
All right. Yeah, one of them flies by, tries to give you the high five. Do you leave him hanging?
I high five him
Tari
this
for
time.
sure flinches.
Jesus.
All right.
Fuck, boys. I mean, and then I'm gonna step forward.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me think about.
Like, cause
Yeah, I'm
they
gonna
go
step-
they go to these squares too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep meaning to fix the template, but yeah, it goes to 3 on each side. So.
Hmm.
All right.
So for like a 15-foot cone, so you could get behind here and hit all these guys and this guy, if you wanted.
But
to
it's
go here.
on their turn, so yeah, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 foot. So maybe right here.
Oh yeah, that could also hit all of them, I think. Except this
Yeah,
one
I
in the
think it's-
corner.
Like does it get him because it's in that square? That's 3, right? 1, 2,
No, I think it's the very edge.
1, 2. I mean, 3 would be right here, right? 15 feet this way.
Yeah, I mean, normally I try to use these grid-based templates, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay,
All right. Anything else from Thogrum?
Nope, that's me turn, I guess.
Okay. This one on the ground has to make a wisdom saving throw. 14. So half damage, 3d8. Ooh. That is enough. It does not get back up. It just sort of lets out a sort of and just kind of turns to dust.
The little dwarf's beating it into the ground.
Uh-huh.
There we go, boys. That's what we're here for.
All right. This one busts out of its little web sack, starts slowly making its way over. That'll be its turn. Illyria. Oh, I think we're right at midnight.
I got
Oh man.
Hunted, yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I got work in the morning. All right. So we will leave off right here with you guys facing off against this veritable horde of dwarven mummies in these possibly haunted mines. I'm going to say there's a good likelihood that these mines are in fact haunted. Yeah.
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 It's definitely questionable at best.
Yeah. All right. So I will turn off all this stressful music and take you guys back to the dash, and we'll just continue this next week. Whew. All right. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday weekend, and if you didn't, I'm right there with you. But now we get to go back to work, and that's cool. And December of the year 2019. We're further in the future than the first Blade Runner movie. I don't know if I have anything positive to say. Oh yeah. So Wednesday, if you're like, man, it's Wednesday and I want to play some more Dungeons and Dragons, we still have some spots available in the My Little Pony one shot, where you must go to an orchard and solve a problem. It's actually much scarier than it sounds. It's a haunted orchard. Oh, too much spoilers. Anyways, yeah. So if you're like, man, I've always wanted to be a pony and play D&D at the same time, you certainly can. Just let me know. I'll hook you up with the information. If you're like, I want to play D&D, but I don't want to be no flipping pony, remember, there's minotaurs in My Little Pony, so you could just be a goddamn minotaur. So, don't feel like you have to be a pony.
It's griffins
Um,
too.
Yeah, there are. There's some really super. This is a cool setting. There's some cool stuff going on. Other than that, I don't really have any other news to share. If you're interested in what 20th level gameplay is like, the last 3 games for Skills of War are happening tomorrow and then the following 2 Mondays. So they are level 20. They deal hundreds of damage per action. They can wish things into and out of existence. They have a spaceship. It's crazy. So if you're like, man, I want to see what that's about, that's what's going on Mondays for the next couple weeks. So, but other than that, I don't have any other thing to say. I hope everybody enjoys their week, and we'll pick this back up next time. All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a
Yep.
good night.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. That was
Mhm.
good.
Later.
See you guys.
Right.